Well, what's the face for?
Because I don't know what's wrong with my headphones today.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with your headphones either.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out. I think I've got it now.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, right there.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Great.
Nice to see you.
You too? How are you?
Oh, look at the fresh new do over to our right.
Oh,
yes.
gosh. Lesbian circa 96.
It's curling under.
Yeah.
And flipping up.
I said, give me the lesbian 96 look, and they nailed it, dude.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
Now you need to...
Oh, that's so funny.
Little flannel. Tuck it in.
Tuck into the jeans with no belt. Yes. Yes. Dukakis sticker on my Subaru.
Wow,
I got it all.
Dukakis. Dukakis sticker.
That's right.
Wow. That's something I wasn't aware of. They love the Dukakis, the lesbians?
Yes, minus the do and the is. I don't know. Or minus the other part.
I think it's... Yeah, minus the...
Yeah, they love the
middle.
Minus the middle syllable.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay, well, you have a nice little do there.
I do, yes.
You
Fresh.
went for a haircut from anyone I know or no?
Nobody you know. No.
Oh.
I mean, maybe you know her. I don't
It's
know.
not somebody's daughter?
It's not somebody's daughter, no.
Okay.
Once
All
you
right.
actually grow your hair out, you should probably stay away from barbers.
Okay, yeah.
If you're going for the flat top, it works every time.
Wow, so you went for like a more high-tech,
Not really high tech. They still use scissors and stuff.
Yes, but that's interesting because my hairdresser doesn't use scissors.
Oh yeah, she uses a razor. This lady. But,
Yeah, so
man, it feels weird.
yeah. Anyway,
So high tech. They use a laser. Hold still.
not like a shear, not like a, what do they call those? Trimmers,
Clippers
clippers.
or- yeah.
No, like a straight blade. Like
Right,
you
yeah.
Slice
Yeah.
your neck at any
That's- yeah,
second.
like you're a mental patient. They cut you.
Like you're a mental
If you owe her
patient.
money, she's gonna end your life right
That's
here.
nice.
She uses a straight blade.
Straight blade. It's kind of weird.
Oh. I don't know what the dude uses, but it's like that. It's like that. He's like pulling the hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, this is new technology.
Yeah, they've actually invented scissors, sir. Believe it or not.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to feel like you're actually yanking the hair out of my scalp.
Right. Yeah, we adults use scissors when we cut stuff, but okay.
Well, hey, this is a professional. He must know what he's doing.
He must, yeah.
Yes. He's a professional hairdresser. I see his hairdresser's license right there.
Lovely little picture.
Yes. I don't know what it takes to get a hairdresser's license, but he looks like a professional to me. Anyway, how are you there? Nice?
Good.
Good.
Nothing to complain
A
about.
little Wednesday. Today, Wednesday?
It is.
A little Wednesday, a little hump day action?
All right.
We will solve every relationship problem that exists in our listening audience by the end of the morning. That's my T-Man guarantee to you, or your money back.
Wow.
All right? Try the show free for 2 weeks.
All right.
That's the deal, Terry. That's what hump day is all about.
Okay.
It's about solving relationship issues.
The T-Man guarantee.
Yes, with a T-Man guarantee. Oh, stamped all over it, baby. So, I don't know when it'll get started. I just know by the end of the show, every relationship problem that exists in the listening audience, as long as you reach out to us. We can't reach out to you, unfortunately. You must give us a call or an email or something like that. I mean, emails are very available. Got a bunch of emails yesterday.
Did ya?
Yes, as always, Terry.
Cool.
The TManShow.com. But for a more immediate rectification of your problem, you're going to have to... Why the eyes, Terry? Why the eyes? You don't like the word rectification?
No.
I don't even know if it's a word. You can call us directly sometime during the course of the morning at 1-866-663-T-Man, and we will come back and get things started after these words. The T-Man Show.
From Versace's model to Avon Man,
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Dempsey has been signed by the beauty brand to be the face of a new men's fragrance launching this fall.
Wow.
The actor will also serve...
We've all wanted to be the Avon Man.
There you go.
We've all wanted, man. Jeez, well, you know, just got to roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah.
So many dudes I know, Terry, wanted to be the face for Avon Male.
Well.
The Avon Male line, Terry.
Mm-hmm. And Patrick Dempsey, winner.
People are going to wake up this morning. It's going to be a real hard blow. Oh, geez. It's going to be a real tough one to have to take, Terry. It's going to be a real sock in the gut that we all, I guess, came up short when it comes to wanting to be the face for Avon.
Yeah, well,
Patrick Dempsey got it.
he did.
All right, I'm going to try to keep on a happy face, Terry.
All right. Just go forward. Move on. It's all right.
He's what Avon looks towards as far as pimping their male products.
Well, I'm sure he'll do well.
I didn't even know Avon had male products.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know Avon was still a player in the makeup world.
Avon is?
My mom used to sell it in like 78.
Yeah.
Badgering people to buy stuff from her.
Your mom was an Avon lady?
I think so, yeah. I think we got all kinds of crap at our house that she never sold.
You still have stuff at your house?
I think she has Avon stuff at her house that she never got rid of. 30-year-old lipstick. Here you go.
It's weird to look at you with the short bangs. You're ready for some Avon products this morning, I think.
I am, yes. I'm one step away from modeling for Avon, yes.
Yeah.
From Versace's model to Avon Man, Patrick Dempsey has been signed by the beauty brand to be the face of a new men's fragrance launching this fall. The actor will also serve as creative director of the cologne project.
Oh, yeah.
And coincidentally, Patrick's makeup artist, wife Jillian, just happens to be Avon's global creative color director.
Oh, you see that? It's who you know.
Right?
Right.
Connection there.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of then unfair, is it not? Didn't give everybody a fair shot.
It's not what you know. It's not who you are. It's who you know.
I guess so. All
That's
right.
got to be the reason he's the Avon Man. Because his wife is all entrenched in the whole scene there. I mean, what has he got going for him, really?
I mean, what?
What, he did that movie Casanova back in the 80s. What has he done since then?
Nova backwards is Avon. Oh, it's meant to be.
It was destined. It was written in the stars from back in the 80s.
He was Lawnmower Boy, too. Don't forget.
That's when everything was written in the stars, in the 80s, by the way. Yeah, that's when astrology got big. Anyhow, what else is going on in this world today, Terry? On a hump day, first hump day of the merry, merry month of April.
Right.
And what's the story?
Well, People magazine is reporting that Beyonce and Jay-Z... Beyonce.
Right.
And Jay-Z are finally getting married. Supposedly, they took out a marriage license in New York yesterday morning.
Been dating for, 10 years now?
Since 2002.
2002?
Yes.
So...
He's 38,
only
she's
6 years?
26.
Seems like it's been longer than that.
Yeah.
She's pretty young. That's a long time for someone 26.
Yeah.
Well, I think even though she may only be 26, she's only 26?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I think it's always been a he factor when it comes. She would have gotten married to him at 21 if he would have given her the clearance on that.
I think it's a daddy factor.
A daddy factor?
Her dad.
Her dad, no. I think, no. She can make her own decisions at 21 about who she wants to marry. Daddy didn't have to give his stamp of approval.
But her dad is very
fine. As much as he controls her career and stuff like that, if she wanted to get married to Jay-Z at 21, she could have done it whether her dad was on board or not. It's always been a Jay-Z factor, Terry. So why in 2008 is now the word out there that they may finally, after all this time, be getting hitched? I'll tell you why. Because even Jay-Z is going to wake up one day, and it looks like that day is today or yesterday, whenever the day was, recently, and he says to himself, you know what? I ain't getting any younger.
Right.
Even Jay-Z, a man who's got a lot at his feet, a lot at his disposal in this world, even Jay-Z is going to come to that realization at some point. And that's where he's at. And even though that may sound a little bit sad on behalf of Beyonce, that's what it took for him to finally get inspired to marry her.
It's Beyonce.
I trust me on this. That's what happened. Jay-Z looked in the mirror, saw a few too many crow's feet. Yeah, even men notice crow's feet, Terry.
Well,
that's why you get the Avon stuff.
That's why he's calling Patrick Dempsey right now. Jay-Z woke up, looked in the mirror, said to himself, you know what? I ain't getting any younger, and she's been pretty good to me. After I knocked the stuffing out of Rihanna, she didn't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I knocked the ass out of that. And it's always been a Jay-Z thing. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, you're in the know.
That's right, I'm in the know. Now you're in the know. You think...
Oh, I'm so glad I'm in the know because you're in the know.
Thank you for inviting us in.
Yeah, thank you.
You think that, and I know, if I were you, I would want to think that Beyonce had some control over this, but it's not the case.
Well, I just know, too, that when they got together, her dad was not real excited about it.
And obviously he couldn't stop it. He couldn't even, if he would have had it his way, they wouldn't have dated at all.
Well, I think it's better to have them date for a while than to, get married right away and all that stuff.
I don't know every intricate detail, Terry. I mean, I'm only one man.
But you're in the know.
I'm in the know, and now you're in the know, Terry.
Thank you.
That it's always been a Jay-Z factor as far as if they get married, when they get married, would they never get married. Jay-Z has determined that he's prepared now to marry her, and that's why they're getting married. If he would have been prepared to marry her, if he would have been one who would have proposed to her back in 2003, they would have been married in 2003. If he had proposed in 2005, they'd have been married in 2005. I think you're following along, right?
Sure.
He's going to propose in 2008. They'll be married in 2008. And as powerful a woman as Beyonce has been, that's kind of sad that she's kind of on the string.
Of Jay-Z?
Of Jay-Z! Yes.
She's dangling it.
But
she's
that's
following right along.
That's obviously, as we all are aware, especially ladies, that's not so unusual. Now, why should you ladies let that happen? Why? Beyonce, who has all the world going for her, too, just hung around.
Right.
A lot of times picking up the scraps of what Jay-Z threw her way. She was too in love and too mesmerized by the man that is a J to the Z.
I thought he'd be like one of those George Clooney guys and just stay single forever.
I do too.
Well, they're not married yet.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
Well, and the marriage license is good for 60 days.
Because if he decides, I'm not going through with it, then he ain't getting married. She has no say, really, in the matter. Kind of levels the playing field of a man having no say of when a woman gets pregnant on what's truly going to happen with this child. He has no true power when it comes down to it. Not exactly leveling on the playing field, because a lot of times women do have the power in when they're going to get married. A lot of times a man will propose, a woman says no, and he hangs around like a schlub. Like a schlub!
Okay, how about tomorrow? No? How about next day? No? How about next week? No?
Now, Angry Man wants to add a couple of thoughts to this conversation. Angry Man, you're on the air.
Yeah, see, the thing about it is that Beyonce ain't like Jessica Simpson, you know. Jessica Simpson don't run a career. So Beyonce not marrying Jay-Z, whatever, has nothing to do with, her daddy or whatever, her mama, because she run her daddy and her mama. It ain't like that.
So you think Joe Simpson runs Jessica Simpson and Ashley Simpson's career, but it's the opposite for Beyonce. She runs her parents' life. They don't run her life.
Exactly. Beyonce make the world go around her. $1 bill, y'all.
Well, now when it comes to when and if and how and if she's going to get married to Jay-Z, Jay-Z has always controlled that.
Exactly, because it's The Rock. That's Big Pimpin' right there. You can't tell him nothing right there, like Kanye, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she doesn't need The Rock. She has, obviously, all the makings of a woman who is self-made and with an ability to make as much whenever she wants as far as the money that she would need in her life. She doesn't need The Rock.
Yeah, she's
but
got
the
her
thing
own.
about it, though, is no matter how bomb Beyonce is, because she is bomb, she's a dime, certified dime.
She's a certified dime, yeah.
Jay-Z, no homo. I mean, he's an ugly dude.
Oh, dear.
But
Wow, okay.
Those ugly dudes, when they get you good, Terry. Trust me.
He's right. Jay-Z is lucky that he's rich, because he's not handsome.
I knew Beyonce was a dime. I didn't know she was a certified dime, so I
she's certified.
could learn something on the program, don't you know?
Now you're really in the know.
That's good
a known fact.
Program, we educate each other. All right, so she's a certified dime, and continue on. Were you done with that thought, or no? Oh.
Well, another thing about, though, is that, if you look on Wikipedia, Beyonce is bomb, everybody know that. But, Jay-Z not marrying her, it's on his time, Yep. He got a lot of things going on.
So you agree with me that it's always been on his time. Here's a woman who's one of the most modern-day successful women that we know, and isn't it kind of sad that it's always been, as far as their relationship, on his time? I mean, we have never spent any real time in the inner workings of their world, and yet we could say with absolute confidence that it's always been the Jay-Z factor as far as their relationship. Would they get married? Up to Jay-Z. Will they hang out tonight? Up to Jay-Z. Will they be seen at an award show together? That's up to Jay-Z. It's always been a Jay-Z thing as far as Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship. She's never really had that much say in the matter. Anyone disagree with that?
Hey, you ain't never seen Jay-Z at a basketball game with Beyonce. It's been Beyonce at a Knicks game with The Rock.
In that that's what he means by the rock. Okay. In that kind of sad that, as I just pointed out, one of the most successful modern-day women that we know, just talent that is limitless, and yet the relationship she has is dictated by the man that she's with, Terry, because she's so damn infatuated with him to such a level that is just beyond belief, that she has really no choice but to allow him to run stuff like that. Kind of sad.
It is. Definitely, I think so. I mean, because you're right. She there's no reason for that. And actually, she could have just about anybody she wants.
But she picked the one man who may be with more power in the industry than she has.
Right.
That's right.
And she was mesmerized. Even though she's about as powerful as it really gets these days, she wanted someone. She was attracted to someone. What attracted her was being with someone who has yet more power than she does. So this is what she gets. I'll marry you now. 6 years you waited for me, because I ain't getting any younger.
Right.
And it wasn't a you factor. It was a age factor. Trust me. Angry man, I'm glad we had this conversation.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you could... Yeah.
And at least now you know that Beyonce is a certified dime. So, there you
certified
go.
dime.
Thanks.
Angry man, have a good day.
Peace out.
Take care. There goes Angry Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Peace out.
It's got all the 1990s lingo down.
Certified dime.
Yep.
Peace out. 90s was a nice decade.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly past now.
Yes.
Unfortunately for some. Me being part of that.
We're ready to move on to the teens of the new millennium, believe it or not.
Wow.
Some people are prepared. Some, not as much. 1-866-663. So they got a marriage license. That's official?
It is official.
That
well, according to People Magazine, and they're pretty good.
People Magazine is not exactly the star.
No.
People Magazine pretty much has never been sued for misinformation.
No.
They don't
pretty reliable. So.
Yes. People Magazine is about as prominent a magazine as the world has, and they have given the breaking news that Jay-Z and Beyonce officially have a marriage license.
Yes.
Whether that leads to an actual marriage, that remains to be seen. But I bet it does. I bet they do get married in 60 days.
Do you think she's already, she had for a long time her whole wedding planned out? So that's why you're not gonna hear a lot of big...
Well, they know if they give any details, if they know if they let any word out on where their marriage is going to be, it's just going to be run over by the paparazzi.
Sure.
The paparazzi will have a field day with that.
Sure.
So they have to do everything they can, even if they are working on plans right now to keep it very, very deal and have their whatever wedding they could possibly have. They may not be able to have the dream wedding that Beyonce's always wanted to have, because that requires so much planning that it would leak out.
Right.
And also could be what caused Jay-Z to get married. And that happens when you get older. And they could just be, as I said, run over by the paparazzi. So she may have to scale down her dream wedding and sacrifice that for the bigger picture of finally getting married to the man you've always loved, your one and only true love, Jay-Z.
There you go.
Jay-Z wants to rent Mars for the weekend. Yeah. So not everybody can afford to go.
Well, the paparazzi already has it staked out.
Oh, really?
So,
how about Neptune? Is that open?
They have all the planets.
Oh, jeez.
Because they know he can afford every one of them.
Damn it.
So, it's going to be a wedding over the next 60 days. But what kind of wedding? Probably some tropical kind of on the beach or in some Caribbean or
exotic land somewhere.
Some exotic land, maybe even further out than the Caribbean.
Right.
But mark my words. What's today? April 2nd?
Yes.
They will be married in 60 days.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if they're not. Because I think Jay-Z has finally come around. And as I've said now a number of times, that's always been what it has taken for them to get married. Him to come around, and he has finally come around.
Think he wants kids? Is that part of it too, maybe?
They have no kids? Neither of them?
I don't think so.
He has no children.
I don't know if he does.
Not with her, for sure. But.
Yeah, I know that she doesn't.
There was a rumor that he might have a little, love child from back in the day.
Well, it's a rumor. Everyone has a love child.
Yeah.
Anyone who's got any power, any dude who's got any power, there's rumors that he's got a love child.
Okay, for sure. But, no.
Nothing confirmed.
Yeah.
In
Joe!
either camp.
Joe, what do you want to add to this conversation?
Yo, what's going on, Steve?
How are you, sir?
All right. I just wanted to pose the question that if the roles were reversed, what do you think would be the outcome? You know what I mean? Say if Beyonce owned half of a football team or basketball team or something, she was like, they had her own clothing line and sports bars and everything like that, and she had all
No. Beyonce's not, don't get anything confused here. Beyonce's not with Jay-Z because she's mesmerized by his money. She has more than enough ability to feel comfortable about money situations in this world. She has more than enough ability to make any money. She's a money factory in her own right.
Yeah,
so even though she's turned on by a man who does better than her, even though she's turned on by a man who may be one of the few people in entertainment that has more power than her, it's not about the money.
All right.
No, just about
It's about the power, really. It's about just she loves him, don't get me wrong, but the power is a part of that equation that attracts him to her.
Do you think that he gets his power from his money and all his
Well, to an extent, yes. Everyone gets power from their money.
Okay, so my question is, if Beyonce was worth more and she had more power,
would he be as equally infatuated with her as she seems to be with him?
Exactly.
No, it doesn't work the same way necessarily as far as the male mind and the female mind. No, I'm not trying to suggest.
You think he would still be the shot caller?
Would he still be the shot caller? Probably not. If she, I don't think she'd be as attracted to him. I think she is actually inspired by a man who has a little bit more of everything than she does because there's not many out there.
I feel it.
Yes. So it's always been, and she is even, believe it or not, as powerful as she is, turned on by a man who can call more shots than she can.
Right.
And in this relationship,
totally.
even though it works against her, she kind of is turned on by the fact that he's calling the shots.
Right. I agree with you on that, definitely.
So he has finally called the shot of, okay, I'm ready to get this marriage license. Really? Are you sure? Because I'm not ready yet, Jay-Z. She's probably a little resentful when he finally has come to her and said, I'm ready to get married, but she still wants to marry him because she's still very much in love with him, Terry, and she knows she'll never find anyone else that can give her the same kind of rush and the same overwhelming feeling of love that Jay-Z has been able to give her and still gives her over the years. Yes.
There you go.
The same. So, Joe.
I agree with you.
Well, I'm glad I talked you into it, Joe. Take care, my friend. It's the truth.
Okay.
That's why Joe was able to be talked into it, because it's what makes sense, Terry.
All righty.
I'll be happy for them when they finally get married after all this time.
Yep.
Now, it'll be a new dynamic in their relationship when they roll over in their big old bed together and have that awkward... Oh, yeah, that's an awkward feeling, too. Sorry. But the awkward feeling of looking in each other's eyes and knowing you're my wife, you're my husband.
There's definitely a prenup involved. We all know that. That's a kind of a given. And then...
after all this time, for them to... wake up on a given morning as husband and wife will be just that kind of awkward feeling. They've grown accustomed to a way of going about their lives that it's going to take a little bit of an adjustment period. Not that they can't get through it, but it's going to be a little weird.
Yeah.
And I predict that this marriage license that they got, according to People Magazine, if it's true, if that story is true, and I believe People Magazine, what they say is true, you can expect by June 2nd, husband and wife, after all this time.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll break up. Take your pick. Now pronounce you man and wife. Wow. Oh, what a thunk it.
The T-Man Show.
Britney Spears is apparently back on with on-off manager Larry Rudolph. According to OK Magazine, the man who turned Brit from a pop starlet to an international icon will once again take the resurging singer under his wing. The pair last parted ways after the Britster's brief stint in rehab last year. Now that Ms. Spears is on the comeback trail, sounds like another step in the right direction.
Wow, 2 months ago, maybe less than that, the Britster was being strapped to a gurney, having an outright breakdown, straitjacket on, sharp objects taken away in a rubber room, Terry. And now she's rehired the manager that has helped her through her whole career. She is back on the rails. Back on track, Terry, and doing a little cameo appearance on How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
And getting rave reviews for it. How long was she actually on the show? For about 5 minutes? Tops or what?
Maybe a little more.
A little more than that?
Nice little part, yeah.
Nice little couple, more than a couple of lines?
Probably three scenes. Three little scenes there.
You saw it too, Terry?
Well, no, I just know that I just read up on it that it wasn't just going to be one little...
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Wasn't in one just little moment.
Yeah.
It was...
She was like, had quite a bit of dialogue.
Throughout the episode.
Right.
Okay. Well, it seems, yes, like quite a speedy recovery for the Britster.
The Britster.
Yeah, if she tours, I'm there, dude. Front row.
You're going to have to beat me to it.
Okay, I will. Hey, what are you doing here, dude? Don't tell
anyone. Yeah, okay. We have a lot. No, I'm not telling anyone. How it is. Anyway.
Plenty.
Well, I'm happy for the Britster, Terry. You know I always root for the Britster. And,
I know.
Britster.
I think it's because maybe the paparazzi has kind of loosened their chokehold on her, that it's allowed her to maneuver a little bit to get her back on track.
There you go.
Because they're so busy following around not Hillary Duff,
Miley
Cyrus, yes.
and Britney's own sister.
Yeah.
That's more interesting.
Well, yeah.
That,
I do have stuff on Britney's sister, too. By the way, do you want to see her engagement ring?
It's allowed Britney to breathe a little bit. Do I want to see
Jamie Lynn
Spears' engagement ring? No, I don't want to see her engagement ring. I don't want to see a 16-year-old girl's engagement ring. She can get arrested for that.
Yeah, but she's country.
Yeah, she's in Kentwood.
Well, so is Akon. Do you hear Akon
yes,
going country?
I heard about
you
that.
You heard something so ridiculous in your life? I think it's nice they're so versatile like that. Akon is going country, Terry. Have you read on that?
I have. Said that no black man has ever done it or something like that. So
is that true? No black man has ever done country?
I think that's what
Charlie Pride, I think, is black, isn't he?
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Charlie Pride?
Didn't Ray Charles do a country album?
That's a very good point. Ray Charles did do a country album. If you saw the movie Ray, it was part of what they detailed in the movie, that he always seemed to have a fascination with country music because of the stories. I remember him saying, I love the stories it tells. So, whoever is trying to pimp the PR little release that Akon is the first black man to ever tackle
really
country music, you can forget it.
No, I know.
Because you forgot about Charlie Pride.
That's right. He's the only one.
Charlie, be proud.
He's got a lot of hits.
Related to Charlie B. Never mind.
That Charlie
Johnny
Pride.
Good, yeah.
He's a big star.
Charlie Pride?
Yes.
I don't know much about country music, but anyway.
He's old, but yeah. One guy did it.
Yep.
Well, Ray Charles did it.
Well, he's not a country music artist. He did one album.
But he crossed over.
He did.
Right, but Charlie Pride was only country.
Only country?
Never put out a rap album.
Yes.
Well, if he would have known.
Right, he probably would have picked rap instead. But.
Right.
So do you want to see the engagement ring or not? Because it's a picture of her driving in Kentwood, Louisiana. She's doing some shopping.
And she's got the engagement ring on?
Yeah, she's flashing the bling bling.
Talk about take a life of someone who had just unlimited potential and absolutely smash it to pieces. Not only does she make the mistake of getting pregnant at 16. That's right, I said mistake. Anyone got a problem with that? And now she's compounded that with getting married at 16. What in utter a dope. The apple don't fall afar from the tree.
And what's interesting is in this picture, she is like, her and Brittany are basically twins in this picture. They look, I mean, they've always looked very much alike, but whoa.
All right, you talk me into it. I'll look at the picture.
All righty.
Yeah, she does look like Brittany.
Doesn't she?
Wow.
Like when Brittany was pregnant.
They have the same parents.
No, but I mean.
They look like twins, though. My sons have two of the same parents.
Are you sure?
And yeah, one of them's got blue eyes, one of them's got brown eyes, one of them's got blonde hair, one of them's got dark hair, one of them's got straight hair, one of them's got curly hair.
You might want to call Maury. Make sure.
I'm a step ahead of you. We'll put this picture up on the tmanshow.com. I'm kind of interested in how small an engagement ring. I'm kind of intrigued. I'm kind of noticing how small an engagement ring this is.
What does the kid do? What is the...
My wife would have thrown this back.
Yeah.
Well...
Try again, sucker.
I think that you probably make more than her boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't...
Yeah, but I don't make more than her.
Well, I don't...
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway.
But that's a picture of a girl that's got something on her mind.
Yeah,
though.
she don't look happy, Terry.
No, I know she doesn't.
Utterly stressed.
This is a picture, if after I'm done looking at the chintzy little engagement ring. Not chintzy necessarily, but not what you expect on someone who had the... Also, as we've talked about, people who have the world at their feet. She was just honing in on the brass ring, and now look at this run-of-the-mill engagement ring she got here.
Well,
she had a real chance to break the chain in that family.
Yes, she
I don't know,
did.
maybe it's bigger than I think. I don't know.
Well, it is kind of.
Oh, yeah, I've said that before.
Yeah, objects and miracles, and they're bigger.
That's right.
Bigger. Anyway, yeah, she doesn't look happy, Terry.
No, she doesn't.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe she's actually on a worse path than Brittany.
You ever drive past someone who's crying in their car?
I have.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
It is.
People think they have such privacy in their car. They pick their nose.
I know. They do. They feel really safe.
I've more than I think once drove by someone in their car who was just bawling.
No.
Just bawling, and then you look around, there's no one else in the car, and they're just crying their eyes out.
Were they on the phone, or were they...
No.
they were just crying?
I don't remember them being on the phone. They were just, like, with their hands on the wheel, and it's just like, whoa. Pull over or something.
Go park for a minute.
Sorry about your life.
You hear a song kind of hit you weird sometimes, like Where Are the Clowns or something,
Oh, yeah, of course. It does it every time. Now,
and you break down.
Not to say Jamie Lynn Spears in this picture is by any means bawling, but it looks like she could either be a couple of seconds away from or a couple of seconds removed from a real just crying profusely situation. Looks like actually more of she could actually just start the tears flowing in a matter of minutes.
Wouldn't take much.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much for her just to start crying her eyes out.
Yeah.
She does not look happy in this picture.
You should not be that stressed at 16.
It's a combination of sadness and stress on her face here.
Sure.
We'll put this picture immediately up on the TManShow.com. Right, Paige? This is an important picture.
Got it,
Because it's very educational as far as don't let this happen to you. Here's, as I said, Terry, we're on our feet.
Yes.
Could have written her own ticket, more or less, in the entertainment world. And now I don't think anyone should want to change places with her for $1 billion.
Yeah, probably not.
You want to be married and a mom at 16? Go ahead.
You say 1 billion? Is that what you said?
No, jeez, Hotshot is totally confused.
I don't know. I can't remember what you said.
I said a cool bill.
Yeah, you did.
You want to exchange lives?
Knock me up, big boy. I'm ready.
You want
At
to
16.
You want to exchange lives? That means you wipe out everything that you've done up till now in your life. Your life has never... if you take this deal, your life never happened.
Is this going to involve me sitting on a toilet at some point or not?
Never
That's kind of the way we're going for some reason.
You've never been on the program.
Right.
You failed that one badly. He held up the sign. I'm out of here, and took his $500 around. You're where was I? Oh,
I've never been on the
You've
program.
never been on the program.
Never met your wife.
Right.
Never met any of your friends.
Right.
Never
went through anything you went through.
Never played football. But knocked around some of those little quad girls,
But at the point that if you're her, you don't really know that you had a life before that, though, so it doesn't matter.
You don't remember. Right. It's not like you're sitting there as a 60-year-old girl going, "Oh, my other life was so great." Right. No, it's just wiped out.
Right, wiped out.
But she was doing well because of her show and everything. So it's not like
but she's
getting a taste of success
but she's got so many limitations now as a 16-year-old who's married with a child.
I understand.
As long as I can play with my own boobs, I'm good, dude.
Well, you can do that right now.
Yeah, you can
True.
Because you've had man boobs all your life.
That's right.
It doesn't take $1 billion for that.
Anyway, no, actually, I changed that. If you're going to take the $1 billion in this deal,
oh boy,
there's going to be flashbacks that you're going to have so you remember your other life. So when you're miserable and you're 16-year-old girl who's married and pregnant, you remember the way it was.
Now the life was so cool. Wish I had that life again.
Right. That's the kind of feeling.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
He actually passed on it.
Well, you change it a little bit.
But that's a good...
If I was completely ignorant, which is kind of like I am now, but about my other life, then I would do it.
He's offered to take like $10 million for way weird things, but $1 billion to be pregnant at 16 and
then
married.
have a flashback here and there.
He realizes that's too much for him.
Exactly.
Well, I got a woman on the line named wants to go by the name of The Dancer.
The Dancer?
And The Dancer wants to know why. She made it very clear to Vinnie the Pooh at the club the other night that she was ripe for the taking, Terry.
Yeah.
And he showed no interest. Oh, he's so gay. Before I even put her on, Do you want to tell us whether you have any recollection of a situation like this over the weekend? I know you're doing, how many club nights are you doing now? You're doing like 4 club nights a week?
It's
So I'm sure they
5.
I'm sure they all blend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's one big blur by the time your work week is over.
Mm-hmm.
But you have any specific recollections of who this caller is before I even put her on, yes or no? Or does it happen so often that you get hit on so much by so many women in the club that you have no idea as to who this girl is?
I have no clue who this crazy woman is.
She's already crazy.
Already crazy.
Well, if it's been on your mind that much to call a radio station at 7:02 in the morning talking about how Vinnie didn't
give the weather
talk
while you're
to
at
me.
it?
But it's cold or something. I don't know, somewhere.
All right.
And bug about something that happened a week ago or whatever. But man, I'm glad I'm that important to you. Mm-hmm. The dancer.
You're glad you're that important to the dancer for this to have been on her mind for a few days now.
Yeah, it's a little flattering. Thank you.
All right. Well, without further ado, let us speak with the dancer.
Hello.
Hello, the dancer.
Sorry, I'm sick, so I kind of sound a little off. But don't be an ass. Excuse me. Don't be a jerk. You don't have to be a jerk behind it. Like, that was a real idiot worth of a remark that you just said when you're the one that said, "Oh, you're the dancer that yada yada this." So that's the reason why I even came out like that.
Well, I'm confused already.
I am
Who's being the jerk?
Vinnie
me
is.
in the way I
No, Vinnie saying that she's...
Oh, so not me in the way I set this up.
No,
Vinnie from the way he's reacting. I don't even know who she is.
Yes.
All right, so you're saying he's lying. He absolutely should know who you are because...
He's the one that said, no. And I'm not going to lie. Vinnie is a very attractive gentleman, you know what I mean? And I was smiling at him, don't get me wrong. And then at the end of the night, my friend introduced us, and you were like, oh, and he was like, oh, yeah, you're the dancer. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, it's nice to meet you in the flesh. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you too.
Oh, so he knew of the name, the moniker, the handle, the little way you go about presenting yourself with the name, the dancer. He knew you were known as the dancer before you even called this morning.
That's not, that's the reason why I said
so why you act like you don't know who this is when she's using a name that you got introduced to over the weekend as the dancer?
You made up the name.
I wish. I'm trying to think. This is so bad.
He's racking his brain and he can't remember.
So if you pull up my little MySpace right now, you won't know who I am.
Wow.
Honestly.
Well, just tell me who introduced us.
Well, no. Let's all pull up her MySpace.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my pants first.
Are you willing, the dancer, are you willing to give us your MySpace address live on the air so we can all, as a community of listeners, together as one...
I'm not ugly, so yeah, that's fine. I'm not an ugly...
So if you were ugly, you would be less inspired to give it out over the air. But because you're not ugly... because you're not ugly, you'll let everyone right now listening punch up your MySpace profile.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what can we do to get to your MySpace profile? What do we got to punch in our little address bar?
I guess, I don't know. Would you just punch in my name? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
you don't
all
know
right.
how to find yourself.
Let's say we go to MySpace search area. What do we punch in as far as your screen name?
It's Patient, but punch in just my first and last name.
So under name, so we hit a name and we put your first. You give out your first and last name over the air?
Can I do it not on the air, or do I have to do it on the air?
You don't have to do it on the air, but then most listeners aren't going to be able to see your MySpace profile, which you just said you have no problem with.
Maybe she can give it to Dave off the air, and then Dave can tell us.
That's why I said you should give your screen name, your MySpace profile name, instead of your real name.
Maybe she gives it to Dave off the air, and then Dave can come up with the screen name. He'll see what it is.
It's Patient, but I mean, there might be a lot of people that have Patient.
Not too many, I'm sure. All right, so how do you spell patient? Like
P-A-T.
Like just a typical patient in the doctor's office?
Yeah.
Why do you go by patient?
Long story. I talked to you about it.
I don't think I want to hear it. But anyway, all right, so you're punching patient, Terry?
I just did.
And do you see anyone that looks like, how old are you? What are we looking for, like 20?
Yeah.
20 years old? Well, what are you exactly?
I'm 20.
20. All right.
In the club? Really? Okay.
No, here, put in my name because I'm just going to pop up. It's cool. I'm not worried about it.
All right, we can get your first and last name. You sure you're okay with giving that over the air?
Yeah,
good. Okay.
I'm fine. It's Brianne Weems.
Brianne Weems. Oh, I bet she does.
How do you spell the last name?
How do you spell Brianne?
Brianne.
Brianne. And last name Weems, Weems.
Weems.
W-E-E, double E. W-E-E-M-S.
Yeah.
Brianne Weems. Brianne would have Weemed you if you'd have played your cards right, Vinny.
Jesus Christ. Get out
What?
of here.
What?
Whoa,
I remember
she's
her now.
cute.
You're not impressed?
No, I remember her now.
Oh, you remember her now?
Yeah.
Terry saying...
very pretty.
I just want to know why you blew me off because, like, honestly, like...
What you want me to do?
I'll give you some... I knew it was late, so I'm not stressing about it or anything. But you could have gave me some conversation, like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, that's all I expected from you. Is just, give me a couple words here and there. But
Little courtesy is all she was looking for.
I said nice to meet you.
Oh, wow.
Vinny's saying that goes beyond the call of duty as far as courtesy. By him saying nice to meet you, you should have felt privileged that he felt it was nice to meet you.
Okay,
How come you didn't feel the privilege?
I guess I didn't feel privileged because if I would have felt privileged, I wouldn't have
Hey,
felt.
I'm sorry you got your own hopes up.
I shouldn't feel privileged to talk to any dude.
I've been smiling at him all night. I know he's gonna come over here and talk. No.
No, I did not say that.
But I'm just saying that's what obviously you had built up in your mind.
I know I could have came. No, I could have.
Oh, yeah.
Your brother and Gravy and all of them offered for me to come in the booth and speak with you.
Come on in. I don't care.
I didn't want to mess up your flow, so I tried to respected you as for the night. And when you were done, say what's up with you? How are you doing?
And I said hi.
And in return, you didn't really say too much. Back.
What did you expect? Honestly, what did you expect?
She's used to a certain reaction from guys when she makes it clear that she's giving them...
Well, obviously, you let yourself down. You had yourself so built up.
Vinny, let me just say right now, as the conversation stands at this moment, you're coming across looking really good at this time, so don't blow it. You are looking big time right now.
I'm just saying.
This girl is obviously sweating you so bad right now. That's the way. I'm just saying the way this is perceived right now, whether it's true or not, that is the perception of the situation. You are coming off as someone who is hardcore sweating Vinnie the Pooh. He's coming off looking like he could care less. And right now, this is totally Vinnie the Pooh's game. I'm telling him not to blow this. You got it.
I mean, but as you guys can see, I'm not an unattractive female. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I haven't seen you.
Yo, that's not the case.
Everyone has
made
but
me
me.
feel that. I was
But the question is,
he's really brushing me off.
the question is, like an hour or two before I met you or whatever and said what's up, like what was going through your head? Like what'd you think I was actually gonna do?
I wanted to say something
I just know
to
he's
you.
gonna
definitely gonna blow.
Even what's his name? What's his name? The dude.
I don't know his name.
Vinny, the way this call is playing out right now, you can get laid from so many other girls by the way you're acting towards this girl now.
He even made the effort to be like, oh, she wanted to chop it up with you.
All right, well,
But she doesn't strike me as all kinds of crazy, though. I'm not sensing crazy.
I'm not saying it's crazy, but my thing is that you had like left field in your mind, and I came up to you right field, like, what's up?
Wow.
Because you know,
A different angle.
because apparently none of those dudes, apparently none of those guys in the club, I was attracted to, or else I'd be conversating with them.
Okay.
She sized up the club. She sized up the club. Nothing was worth her time. She was playing the evening all out for you, and you did not show her anything that she was expecting as far as any response that she was anticipating. And now it's been in her head for the past few days. And this is why Vinnie the Pooh's coming off looking so great here.
She wanted you over everybody.
Even though she doesn't sound crazy, here she is calling days later because she can't get it out of her freaking head.
No. I would have called Monday, but I've been sick in bed, and I haven't
It's the fact that you still called on Wednesday. I don't care if you were sick. Stands for something. Even though you were sick Monday, you should have forgotten it by Wednesday. You haven't. That's why Vinny is coming off smelling really good out of this whole situation.
Roses, son.
Well,
So are you saying, Vinnie the Pooh, this is his second shot and maybe his last shot at... Okay, Terry, you had something to say?
I did. Jeez. Raised my hand. I'm like going. Well, so I'm looking at her whole MySpace profile, right? But it says wait. It says that she's taken, that she's in love with some guy. She's been with him for 2 years, but she's jocking VTP.
Okay, can I explain that, please?
Go ahead.
I've been with him for 3 years, and I called you several weeks ago about this. He cheated on me several times, and I want to. It's time for me.
What do you think Vinnie the Pooh's going to do? Right. If he listens to anything I say.
So were you hoping that VTP was going to be the first one out of the relationship?
No. I'm just trying to see what else. I just want to see what else is out there. Honestly, like, it's me and him are not.
Vinnie the Pooh, are you out there for her? She wants to see what's out there. Are you out there?
I am not out there for you. I'm sorry.
Well, somewhere out there is not a Vinnie the Pooh. He is saying that for whatever reason, he was not interested.
Like, I don't get what
Why would you be interested?
I don't get what she was.
for the record.
I don't get what she thought was going to happen.
Well, what's
I'm gonna just sweep her off her feet.
So you want to punish her for her expectations? Is that what this is? She was so presumptuous in thinking that you should be falling over for her, that you're going to spite your nose to your face, whatever that expression is, and show her that she was wrong, even though you may be into her? Is that what you're doing here? Are you into her or are you not?
I'm not into her.
Why aren't you into her? Because I hear the listeners think she looks pretty damn good.
You know, she's cool, whatever, but
all you gotta do is be remotely nice and just keep her for later or whatever, you know?
No, I don't want to.
Let me hear. Are you just so...
I was remotely nice. I met her. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of you. It was nice to meet you. Obviously, in her mind, Vinny's gonna take me to his house and do nasty things to me. And you know, I don't know what the hell she was thinking.
You're insulted by the fact that she thinks you should have fallen over for her.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're gonna hold it against her.
Yeah, you know,
that's really interesting.
Crazy talking, mama.
No, and the only thing that I was thinking, honestly, Vinny, was that you would give me more conversation like that, and that's it. And I guess maybe I expected.
What kind of conversation do you want?
Especially
what
in
do
the
you
club.
want to talk about? You want to talk about Obama? What do you want to talk about?
You know, like, you know, maybe hit me up.
No, the conversation she wanted to hear is what you're doing after the club. That's what she wanted to hear.
Well, and most guys would jump in on it. They'd be all over.
No intention of going home with anybody after the club.
Whatever. If you would have said, let's go back to my spot right now, would you have said no?
Probably.
Probably means yes. Right.
That's not the type of person.
And that's
that
a good thing. The fact that she said probably.
But he's not into that. He doesn't want that.
I don't know what's wrong with
it's not that I'm not into that. Let's be real. It was just necessarily that with her.
Let me just say this: if she was if she was tossing it up for you and you didn't take it home,
well, that'd be a different conversation. Yes.
Well, that sounds like.
I'm glad that you respected me enough to not. I don't know what it was.
I don't know if it was respect or. I think she think you kind of, in a way, disrespected him by thinking he should double over for you, and that's why he hit you from another angle. That's what it comes down to. You came up expecting him to fall over backwards for you, and he perceived that being the case, so he was a little insulted by that and put you where he thought you belonged, in your place.
Wow.
Even if it spited him in the same process, he doesn't care.
Not really.
See, you're too much of a man of principle for me.
I agree.
You know, you were so sweet when I spoke to you before. Like,
just chop it up for a minute, get her number, and make it happen later.
You're too much of a man of principle, dude. You got to take this down when it's there, because you know what? It won't be there forever. All right?
I just didn't want it to look like I was just this ugly female that was coming up to you trying to talk.
We all get it. You're hot. We all see that you look good, okay? She loves having it identified that she looks good through it all here, Terry. Now, I haven't seen your MySpace, but Terry seems to be thinking, and Hotshot seems to be thinking that you look good.
Yeah.
All right?
Definitely good enough to get her number and try to make it happen.
Why are you not killing the Brazies, Vinnie?
You know. I don't know.
He's got a secret girlfriend.
Vinnie was there in a working capacity. Vinnie is a professional on the job, okay? He was there in a working capacity.
And that's why I was trying to keep him professional at the job.
But he didn't say that. He didn't say, well, look, I'm working. Let me get at you later. He didn't say it. He just blew her off.
Well, no.
Why'd you blow her up?
I don't get that.
She came out. You were like, Vinny, this is so-and-so.
I'm trying to figure out why you blew her up.
I didn't blow her up. I said, okay, nice to meet you. I've heard about you. Okay, I'm out of here. You know, like, I didn't was like, oh, my God, bitch. I didn't hit her with
I'm busy. Can I, let me get at you later. What's wrong with that?
Wow.
Nah, I'm good.
That would have been nicer than just...
Tell me, what exactly did I say to you that got you all butthurt?
Hold on. Let me go to Carol in San Francisco, who says the dancer right now sounds so desperate and like such a loser that she should just hang up and cut her losses. Carol, would you like to say something to the dancer? Go ahead.
Yeah, she sounds she just sounds like she can't get anyone else, and she really should hang up and not do this anymore. Don't approach men. If he wanted to talk to you, he would have came over and talked to you.
Wow.
You're like a legend in your own mind, and it's a small little world out there.
All right, let her now, Carol.
Let me say something.
Yes, please respond.
Regardless of whatever you think is going on, first of all, I'm not desperate. It's because I'm not a desperate woman. There's been a lot of shit.
Why are you approaching men then?
Well,
if he wanted to talk to you, he would have came over and talked to you.
Hold up. Vinnie can verify this.
Vinnie.
I didn't approach Vinnie. First of all, my homegirl said, "Oh, yo, Vin, come here," and he came over. So it wasn't like I was like, "Oh, Vinnie, wait," because that was not the case. So before you think you know the story, get your stuff.
Well, whatever. You put your girl up to it. So Vinnie,
wait. What'd you say?
What's wrong with a girl? Carol, what's wrong with a girl approaching a dude if she's into him? What's the problem with that? What do you think? It's like the 70s or something?
It's okay, but it's not going to amount to anything. If you're just approaching him for a hookup, then fine. But if if you're just approaching him and he shoots you down,
so
you just sat down, you smile, you get over it, and you don't talk about it, and you don't call a radio station.
So your interpretation is if any girl approaches a guy, all she can expect is a hookup, and if she's looking for anything longer term than that, then she's making a mistake.
Yes,
wow.
I think this guy Carol is right.
That comes out of your mouth.
You shouldn't do that.
I think we have to remember
just get over it. There's tons of guys out there. Tons of guys.
There is. You're absolutely right.
And I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that.
You may not be trying to be mean, but you may be wrong, Carol. I mean, there may be a little old school thinking that a girl can't approach a guy for more than just, and all she can expect is just a couple of hours out of the situation if she does.
No, that's what it usually is.
Not always. I mean, I'm sure you could talk to quite a few women who
at the time, and I'm speaking from experience.
Well, but I'm sure you could also talk to plenty of women who decided to be a little bit more aggressive, approach the guy, and they ended up being with that person for the rest of their life.
But Carol's major point right now is that the dancer sounds like a real sad sack loser, and she should just hang up and salvage any.
The next time she sees Vinnie, just play the wrong name game and call him Steve. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Call it a day. How's it going?
That's really good strategy. Let me tell you, you should take Carol's advice and call him by the wrong name. You'd be in like anything. Anyhow, wow, Carol just hung up the phone. So, apparently she said what she had to say.
Yes.
And she wanted to hear no more.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry that the listeners think that that's the case, but... I'm sorry.
You were just trying to get to know VTP a little bit, right?
Exactly. Thank you, Terry.
Well, something tells me if you're trying to get to know me, a club, first off, would be...
Well, what other opportunity?
Efforts to try to get to know you in different ways.
Maybe too many.
Well, and if I didn't accept then...
You did accept then. You did accept then. Yes, you did.
Well, then why aren't you two hooked up yet?
You know?
If he's so accepting of your invitations.
No, we were supposed to hang out.
All right.
And I don't know, you went to Yakima or something.
Email me one time, you don't stand a chance. I'll tell you that right now, baby. All right, thank you for the call.
Carrying my kid in a week.
You write me a one-word email on MySpace, and it's over for you. Okay, you're in such trouble, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what Vinny's doing. I can only tell you where I stand. Now, I want to see what she looks like during the break, and I hope it's not a letdown, Terry.
Oh, it's not.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Wow. I have a perfect image of her in my mind right now.
You might want to get that out.
I picture her also like Vinnie, half white, half black. I don't know why, but just something. That's just the visual I have. Looking really good. I have a real good visual in my mind. Let me just put it that way, Terry.
Right.
What's she look like?
She's light-skinned, like you...
yeah, when you said that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I know these things, Terry.
That was a good call.
Don't ever doubt me. Ever.
I don't... Did I not say that?
Even if you get reincarnated.
No,
as soon as you're reborn, start your life by not doubting me.
Okay.
All right?
The T-Man Show.
I will say this. After looking at her MySpace profile, Terry, she looks all right. Looks good.
All right.
But she oversteps a little bit how hot she thinks she is. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
And nobody feels comfortable around that, Terry. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, but having said that, you're not out.
Yeah, again, not saying by any means she doesn't look good.
Now, having
looks good.
said that.
All right? But, so plain Jane-ish or something. I don't know. I need to see more pictures. I only looked at a couple.
All right.
But nothing more agitating, more, like, intolerable than someone who just thinks they're bigger than they are.
But you're still in. You're still in.
I'm still in.
All right.
But Vinnie the Pooh, in the way this turns out now, comes off looking like a pimp.
Wow.
And we all want to congratulate him for that, yes.
Unless he has a secret girlfriend, and that's the reason. That would be lame.
Well, if you're, like, trying to be loyal to some secret girlfriend, that's really lame. All right?
It's not the case.
All right, let me just say this also. He's got the perfect setup of being on the air and then doing the club thing, so he just sets himself up for all kinds of just ass on a platter. I mean, it is a nice... Oh, Pasty, I said the wrong. Wow. It is a nice little setup.
Sure.
A dynamic that I never had, Terry, because I'm not, like, mixing the clubs and doing the show thing, intertwining the life like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
So he's got that notoriety.
Right.
And then I just hope you're not wasting valuable days that turn into months, that turn into years. And when you turn 35, 36, whatever, you're just going to have this endless time period of kicking yourself of why didn't you act on it more than you did? Because that is where this is destined to go. That's what I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you don't see that, you're not able to see around the curves of life, ma'am.
I don't know. I'm taking a lot of what you say to heart. So believe that.
Well, if you take some of what I say to heart, you better take the rest of it, because you don't want to wake up. And I've told you this a number of times now. You keep turning these situations down, and that's fine. But all right, I'm not. You know where I'm going with this.
I do.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all. Leo, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, Leo.
Yeah, I want to say congratulations on being a pimp for the 4 hours.
He also wants to congratulate you on being a pimp right now. But you got to do something with your newfound pimp status now, okay? Because as I said, you came off smelling real clean in that last segment. Now do something with it. Or give your status to somebody else.
Anyway, I do agree with you guys, though. I mean, the girl swears up and down that she's hot, and that's how you end up meeting a lot of chicken heads on going to clubs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. He loves the chicken heads.
You can't really, like, turn down much more of these hot girls, you know, because not all headaches.
Leo, there are a lot of headaches. You going out tonight, Leo, or no?
Wednesday night, probably not.
Where's your spot? Where does Leo hang out?
Man. I don't have any place in particular.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks for checking in.
Sounds like a lot of fun. We'll see you there.
Thanks for giving us the word.
Oh, boy.
Leo, thanks for calling.
Sir?
Take care, my friend.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care, man. All right. 1-866-663-T-Man. Roger! Roger, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How are you, Roger?
I don't know. I mean, the pimp status is cool, but I think I'd take advantage of that whole club DJ scene, you know?
That's what I want to make sure he understands. If I haven't beat it in his head yet, I don't think I ever will, Terry. Because I've done numerous little times here where I've had to remind him, it's now time.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Not it's now time. It's now time.
Yes.
It's now.
I got
it.
It's
not later. It wasn't yesterday. It's now.
Yeah.
Okay? It's now time.
I get the now time.
Okay.
Does he get the now
my
time?
watch says 7:34.
It's right now.
It's not me.
They could be running away.
Do you understand that it's now time?
I understand that it's now time, too. I understand.
Be grateful they're coming to you, not running from you.
When is it, Vinny?
It's now time.
It's now.
It's now.
It's now time.
It's now.
It's now time. Okay.
It's right now.
Go time?
Yes.
No, it's not go time. It's now time.
It's go time. It's now time.
Well, which one is it? Is it go time or now time?
It's both!
20 years ago, hammer time.
It's go now time.
Even all the Terry cameras are saying now.
Okay, yes.
Now time, Vinny.
Roger.
Yeah.
Anything else you need to add?
Yeah, and as far as the lady from San Francisco, she needs to get rid of all the cats and get her ass outside and maybe start talking to some men.
Wow, you just see her surrounded by cats in her home, really not knowing what's really going on in the world. Women, the more cats a woman has, the crazier men think they are, Terry, and they're right. And they're right, by the way. Yes.
I think she's a little crazy.
One cat is more than enough for each person out there. One cat per home is more than what you need, Terry. It's the perfect amount.
Yes.
That lady probably has 6.
I don't even understand people that have 2 cats, Terry.
Well, one needs a friend when you're gone.
Yes, that is true.
They have you.
But when you're gone.
Yeah,
well, it's an outdoor cat. It has a way to get in. Even when you're on vacation, a cat has a way to get in and out. It digs a hole, right? I mean, it's in there.
It digs a hole.
All right, maybe it doesn't dig a hole. I don't know much about cats. All I know is the more they have, the more crazy woman is. But all right, fine. If that's the only reason to have 2 cats is so when you go on vacation, they have someone to hang out with.
Or when you go to work, yeah. They have a friend.
Yes.
Does that mean you have to have 2 dogs then?
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with Hotshot on that one, too.
I think you're both gone, period. 1 cat, 1 dog.
They do get lonely, you know.
Well, so does everybody. So do people. All right? Okay.
Well, but dogs and cats tend to, when they're lonely and bored, tear up things.
The hope is that you're going to come home after a few hours.
True, but...
And then they get excited.
Then you get 2 dogs, then?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right?
Oh, jeez.
So, when the dog sees you, it goes crazy, right? Then you go to get the mail, and it goes crazy like you've been gone for another 3 weeks. Because dogs have no concept of time. It's really kind of funny. Don't you get that feeling? You go out for a couple of seconds, you come back in, and like, ah!
Yeah, they freak out every time, yeah.
Yeah.
We're really happy to see you for some
I don't
reason.
think they have any concept of time whatsoever. I think 3 weeks and 3 minutes to them is the exact same thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
They don't have watches, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, some do these days. Yeah.
No, they have outfits and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Outfits, watches.
They do.
Brian on Family Guy has a watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
The Brian on Family Guy is the trend-setting dog of modern times. But he also speaks English, so.
And he loves a nice martini.
Yes.
Wow.
As most dogs should. I've actually put a martini in front of just about every dog. They'll lap it up.
Probably not, but yeah.
Probably not?
No, I don't think so. It is shocking how they are able to tell what things taste good and what don't by smelling them.
You're saying the average dog, you put a martini in front of them, they ain't drinking it?
Nope. I've tried to feed my dog a lot of weird stuff, and they take a pass.
Feeding is one thing, but liquids?
Yeah, I don't think they would. Martini's just straight booze. I mean, that doesn't smell good to them. Maybe beer.
Definitely beer. And I'm thinking martinis, too.
Yeah.
But whatever. You're more the dog guy than me, so I'll defer to you. Anyhow.
Yes.
This is going to turn into this morning, Terry. This hump day action is going to turn into a scrutinizing Vinnie the Pooh's life and what shots he decided to go with on the other night in the club to a relationship Wednesday.
Okay.
You hear about Vinnie's life. Now we want to hear about yours. If you're having any relationship problems, today is the day to call. The good doctor is in. The good doctor, a T-man.
Yay.
So T-man is dating this guy named Vinnie?
1-866-663. T-man is the number to call. That's 1-866-663-T-man. Let me go to Tiffany. You're on the air, Tiffany.
Hi, I think that Vinnie should know that he's not as hot as he thinks he is just because one girl wanted to meet him, and that girl was fresh out of a relationship.
She wants to make sure you don't get overblown. She wants to make sure you don't get a little carried away with yourself after what transpired on the air.
She'll be in one of my clubs this weekend.
Oh, jeez. Now he's getting...
He was just the rebound guy. He hit a big head.
Yeah, but you don't...
But he didn't take advantage of it either.
Have you ever seen Vinnie the Pooh, the greatness that is Vinnie the Pooh in person,
It's
yes or
not
no?
that great. It's not that great, though.
Have you ever seen him in person? Have you ever seen him in person to verify that that's the case?
I don't need to because when I meet people, I don't like looking down at them. I like to look...
So she's kind of calling you a Lilliputian. She's kind of calling you a midgeye.
Because she had nothing else to say. Because she's never seen me in person and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Tiffany. We know the deal.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. We know the deal.
We do.
Tiffany, I'm glad you called, I guess, and your thoughts are on the record. Vinnie the Pooh is not as great as he thinks he is.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
All right. And you got it, baby.
I guess.
No time someone around here gets it.
Oh, my God.
1-866-663 T-Man. Let me go to Nellie in Oakland. Yes, Nellie.
Oh, yeah. T-Man, I'm saying, he said you gave Vinnie the Pooh the pimping status. I don't know. This must be some new age pimping because I don't know no pimp to turn anything down.
Wow.
Well, he did turn her down, but even though I told him very clearly that's not what he should have done, the way it came out on the air, the way she was, even though she wanted to deny it, Terry, just sweating like a crazy breezy Terry, it just came off with Vinnie smelling like a rose. There's no two ways about it, and that's wherein lies the pimp status that I was referring to, Nelly. Not because we're commending him for the way he went about it, but the way it actually turned out to... Things have sometimes a weird way of all falling out when it's all said and done. The way this thing, when the chips all settled down, when the dust lied, it all looked good for Vinnie the Pooh.
Well, it's all good, but if he want to keep turning them down, I can slide you my number off there, and I can be him after that.
Well, you'd have to get in line, because a lot of guys are feeling the same way.
You know, I'd knock them down for you, baby. You know, turn them on to me.
And I pretty much said the same thing. All she's got to do is one-word email, Terry. One word. Hi.
Really?
Over.
Making it happen.
That's all I need to hear.
She loves me. Really wants me.
That's what I'm thinking.
Why else would she email me out of the blue? I kind of agree.
Akeem! Are you there, Akeem?
Yes, I'm in.
Good morning, Akeem.
Good morning.
How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I was calling to get some advice on my relationship, bro.
Well, you called the right place, Akeem. The man's in a relationship. The relationship is with his problems, Terry. What a weird state of affairs for somebody to be having a problem in their relationship. Never heard of such a thing, but we will solve it nonetheless. Yes, Akeem, what's your problem?
Yes, communication problems. Every time I've been married for like 5 years, and every time I want to speak to my wife, I just shut down.
Well, he has no ability to speak to his own wife, Terry.
Oh, that's sad.
Communication problems with his own wife. And even calling it communication problems is like understating it, because the man can't even figure out how to talk, begin a conversation with his own damn wife.
Well, you can't even say hello, how was your day, nothing like that?
Is that what I need to say?
Yeah.
Akeem, how long have you been married?
Going on 5 years.
5 years?
Whoa.
This is not some new marriage that you rushed into, that you're doubting. I mean, you've been with this woman for a good percentage of your life, Akeem.
Yes.
Is this something new that you can't figure out anything to say, or any common ground that you can conversate on, or is it something that's always been the case over the past 5 years?
Oh, no, it's just something that just started happening probably about a year ago.
Okay, now why would you say it started happening where all of a sudden you don't even, is it that you don't even kind of relate with your wife? You don't even recognize the woman anymore? Has something dramatically changed? Was there a fundamental change in your guys' relationship that all of a sudden has you guys like strangers?
Well, lately, like since I moved up here, she always want to call her mom and tell her mom what's going on in our relationship. So I just don't feel like...
So you resent the fact that she makes her mom her confidant when you want to be first fiddle in as far as her innermost thoughts?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what's going on in your relationship that she's got to call her mom?
Oh, nothing like I could tell her something about my job, like if I have a problem on my job or something, she want to call her mom. Yeah, Akeem is doing this, Akeem is doing that.
Well, women are always going to be close with their moms. You understand that. And mothers and daughters sometimes are pretty damn close, if not a lot of times, Akeem. So it's not the most weird kind of relationship that she has going there as far as real closeness with her mom. You understand that, right?
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes we could have sex problems or something. She want to call her mom. Like, sometimes I don't want to have sex, and she wake me up in the middle of the night, and I get mad. And she...
Yeah, you don't need to be telling your mom about your sex problems in your marriage.
Mom, you won't give it to me, and I need it a lot. It runs in the family.
Not only that, but he went limp last night, Mom. And
does that happen to Daddy? No.
Wow.
See, my daddy never lost it in the house.
That's how I got here.
See, sometimes women only tell their parents like the bad stuff, so that's all you ever
and
hear.
Is that what you're implying is happening?
Daddy never went soft in the house.
The bad stuff, you know.
Oh, okay.
Can't call it
Akeem, I think that is very understandable, that you don't need to be down the hall hearing your wife complaining about you to her mom.
Yes.
All right? Now, do you actually overhear these conversations, or does her mom, like, after the conversation is up, does she ever come to you and tell you what her daughter said about you, or how do you find out about what she's telling her mom?
Sometimes
Yeah, but sometimes her mama actually call and try to talk to me about this.
Oh, that's what you need, right? That's what you need. You need to have to, like, answer to mom because your wife spilled all the dirty laundry of your life to her.
Hey, Akeem, it's me, Barbara. Give me a call back when you can.
We obviously need to talk about last night because you're not talking to my daughter about it, so you need to answer some questions that I have about what happened in the house last night.
Do you guys...
Is that what you need, Terry?
Well, no, you know what? Really, I agree. I don't think that you should involve your family and your marriage and stuff like that. I do. I think that she should try and talk to you, but sometimes there is. But sometimes...
It's always a but.
Sometimes, you know, the mom can be an ally because she is able to maybe decipher some things about your wife that you know, to communicate better to your wife.
Yeah, sometimes even better, Terry. The mom takes the dude's side more than their own damn daughter.
And that can happen.
But it doesn't seem like that's the case here.
Well, but you don't know because he won't talk to the mother-in-law.
Well, he just knows. You could sense whether the mom's going to be on your side or not. And Akeem, if he's not talking to the mom, then senses that she's not going to be the ally that you say she is. And you don't need... Your wife has to be told that if she wants to keep you in the best possible husband mode that you could be in, she's got to stop the complaining to her mom about you because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Have you told her that? Have you told her those exact words? That when you tell your mom little intricacies of our relationship, even though I respect your relationship with your mom, it makes me uncomfortable. Have you told her that?
Yeah. I told her, and she still do it.
Well, if you told her that and she can't respect that, then she's got a problem. Do you need me to call her to explain that to her or what?
Jeez.
Because that's right. That's
explain it. Look.
I'll explain it to her in very clear terms, Terry.
I'm sure
that, hey, Akeem's uncomfortable with you talking about his sexual successes and more, and failures, more importantly. He doesn't need to be thinking that you're telling her every time that, and that puts pressure on him for the next time out. The next time that he has sex with his wife, he's thinking, oh, if I fail, I can't wait for her to tell her mom all about it. So that becomes an endless cycle of problems, Terry. Akeem, I understand you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Men always be having big problems. Like one time she went home and didn't take my son to see my mother. Yeah,
this is where I stop understanding Akeem, Terry, because I didn't get any of that. Did you get any of that?
She went home and took their son with her, and then did not take their son to see Hakeem's mother.
Yeah.
So then Grandma got upset because she didn't get to see her grandson.
So when I called my wife and tried to talk to her about it, her mom hopped into the conversation and fussing at me about it.
She's fussing with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why didn't your wife take your son to see your mom?
She said she didn't have time.
Do you want me to call your wife and explain these things that maybe it's a little awkward for you to tell her point blank, Akeem?
Yeah.
I will be your negotiator if you want me to call her right now. And I will explain to her that you're at a cornerstone point in your relationship, and if she doesn't see the writing on the wall, that she has to start kind of easing up on the talking to her mom too much about private stuff about you and her. Yes, even stuff in a marriage is private.
I understand that, but
as it pertains to her own mom, Terry, she has no business knowing some of these things.
Mom, it's so little. I don't know what to do.
Wow.
That's one of the things that would be kind of in the private category that her mom doesn't need to know about, although they always do.
Yeah, I overheard that once.
Oh, I told you that before you got married. I saw the bulge. Or lack thereof.
Well, that's actually interesting. Was she always like this with her mom? Or is it you said you guys just recently moved up here?
Yes, we just recently moved up here.
Are you in a sexual rut right now, Akeem? Would you say that your sex life is not something you're happy about in your marriage right now?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's just that sometimes I come home from work from a long day, and she want it right then and there, and I don't want to give it to her right then and there.
And then she calls her mom whining about it, Terry.
He won't give me sex.
Mm-hmm. A little bizarre. He's probably screwing some other bitch, Mom. That's why he's working such a long day, Mom. Really, she's really talking to him, but she uses Mom as, like, the excuse for saying the things that she wants to say to him, but she, like, makes it like she's talking to her mom, and technically she is, Terry.
Mm-hmm. And she's probably wondering why, I mean, because most men, is it not true? They don't ever turn it down, right?
I saw that hoochie stared at him at his office Christmas party, Mom.
And I always tell her, I'm like, just hold on, you know what I'm saying? Wait till I wake up from my nap. But she don't never want to wait. And then when she wake me up in the middle of my nap, I get upset. And then she think I'm being mean.
Well, Akeem, I could probably help you through this, but you sound a little reluctant to have me call her. So I'm going to ask you to think this through. You can use me. I'm offering my services. My proven, time after time, services, Terry.
Wow.
That never fail to get the message clearly across.
You're like the magic blade.
Democrat.
But it is your alternative. It is your right to refuse this offering of mine. In which case you'll have to wallow in your misery for no set time frame, Terry, because there's no end in sight as far as this endless cycle. He's like a rat on a wheel, Terry.
Yes.
Spinning to nowhere. Mm-hmm. She's going to continually tell her mom about the problems that they have, and he's going to continue to have them if he feels stressed out about her continuing to tell her mom. See how the wheel turns, Terry?
Yeah, I do.
Are you feeling the wheel here?
I'm feeling it.
He'll be in great shape after it's all said and done.
Are you getting dizzy from this wheel yet?
I am.
Okay, well,
Get off.
The ball's in Akeem's court. I can straighten things out in no time.
Okay.
Unlike him.
The T-Man Show.
People know you're going to get a good show if you go to a WrestleMania event, but those people don't expect to be a part of it. But scores of fans were in harm's way when a pyrotechnics display went wrong, showering fireworks down on the crowd. Paul Boyd with new video of a very scary event.
Oh, geez. Look out. You hear about this, Terry? This video up on YouTube? We'll have to put the video up on the tmanshow.com so that all can see the video that they're talking about here. But, yeah, I guess 75,000 people in one stadium and all kinds of pyro and stuff like that. And, hey, isn't that part of the deal? Don't you know when you go to WrestleMania, when you go to any kind of wrestling event, that there's going to be fireworks of some sort when certain wrestlers come out?
Yeah, but
I know if I don't want my ears blown out, I got to either bring earplugs or no one to cover my ears, Terry, because you could be sitting right next to one of those things and you'll be, like, blown out of your seat.
Louder! But wasn't it a little bit, I mean, more than just...
Yeah, this was a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Apparently the pyro, like, got out of control and there was actually a technical mishap.
74,000 fans jammed into the Citrus Bowl, but no one expected this. A blinding fireworks display raining down on the crowd like missiles.
Yeah, they were shooting it from the top of the stadium down into the seats, Terry, and it was supposed to, like, dissolve before it actually hit anyone, but
supposed to.
There was some kind of technical glitch, and I guess some people got scalded. I
guess.
Or third-degree burns, wine, cry me, or whatever.
Blinding fireworks display raining down on the crowd like missiles, followed by total chaos. This YouTube video shot by a spectator inside WrestleMania 24 captures the terrifying moments.
Which, by the way, is an illegal act in and of itself, Terry.
Oh, really?
It says clearly on the back of the ticket you're not allowed to be recording what you're viewing at an event like WrestleMania.
Okay.
So they're breaking the law just by admitting that they have a tape of this situation.
Right.
Am I right? Isn't that pretty much the case? You're not allowed to record those things. Not at all. You're not allowed to post it up. Even though it happens all the time, it's like going 65 and a 55, Terry. It's breaking the law technically, but everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
But do you really feel sorry for anyone that goes to WrestleMania, no matter what happens to them?
Well,
I should be part of it.
You do, but you don't.
You should know you're going to get hurt at some point.
If you get hurt at WrestleMania, I'm sorry. It's hard to drum up sympathy.
I agree.
Okay.
I should be part of it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, sure. Fireworks burning you. Ooh, part of it.
I didn't feel sorry for you when you lost your teeth a few years ago because of neglect. I don't feel sorry for you now.
Wow.
All right? Not to say that wrestling, especially WrestleMania, has just one kind of low-rent audience. It's got a multitude of different kinds of people watching, Terry. I understand. But the people who watch WrestleMania on pay-per-view are a different element than the people who, like, come with the signs and stuff like that and are screaming at the wrestlers.
People don't think it's real.
Right. I mean, if
those people suck.
If they're kids, that's one thing. If they're like teenagers, that's one thing. But
Right.
these adults that are complaining that they have money coming to them by Vince McMahon because they got injured, I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for you. And if I'm in the jury box, you don't get a frickin' penny.
Followed by total chaos. This YouTube video shot by a spectator inside WrestleMania 24 captures the terrifying moments after a cable suspending the pyrotechnics display snapped without warning.
Oh, geez.
It sent a shower of sparks and hot debris raining down on fans.
Whoa.
This fan and
You
his...
have any hot debris rain down over you, Terry?
Gosh.
Shot by a big missile above or what?
Jeez, no.
I'm just asking.
No.
Okay.
I answered.
All right.
That would be hot. Those things are really hot.
Are you sure, Terry? I mean, you have been, around for... Oh, okay, I'll take it. I'm not sure she understood the question, but
Blake snapped without warning. It sent a shower of sparks and hot debris raining down on fans.
Are you sure, Terry, that hot debris never rained down from above over you, Terry?
Nope. Never.
No.
I've never been to WrestleMania, no.
Well, I haven't.
Okay, I'm not sure you understand.
This fan and his sons found themselves in the middle of the madness.
Incredible. It was like a war was going on.
His 12...
All right, take it easy.
A
all right?
war was going on.
Seeing that there is a war going on at the present time, it's kind of a little asympathetic to be saying, it's like a war was going on. Yeah, we'll send you to Iraq. We'll show you what a real war looks like.
I'll take the WrestleMania thing again, please.
Yeah, you'll take the WrestleMania thing over real enemies shooting real artillery and missiles at you.
Incredible. It was like a war was going on.
His 12-year-old son, Johnny, was found later with a burned knee.
The cables broke and the fireworks just exploded into the stands.
Oh, he's got the perfect voice, Terry.
Yeah, you do kind of feel sorry for him.
He's got the perfect voice to get every penny that this family has coming to them for this mishap. Oh, I got injured. My knee at WrestleMania will never be the same.
You might get something out of this, though.
But the kid got burned and injured and...
See the boo-boo?
It's more than just a boo-boo, I'm sure.
45 spectators were injured with burns or wounds suffered in the mayhem. World Wrestling Entertainment, which held the event, told Inside Edition, we're investigating the incident and doing everything we can to find out why it happened.
Yeah, translated, that means we're doing nothing and we're coming up with a new storyline for the big show. Because Floyd Mayweather ain't going to be back. We need a new storyline for the big show, and we're working on that right now. Oh, but no, these things just happen spontaneously.
So real.
And Floyd and Big Show are still so agitated with each other they may go out at any moment, right?
One another.
All right, we'll see if these people strike it rich by going to WrestleMania. Wow.
Well, you'll know.
I went to WrestleMania and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. No, I got my meal.
If the new world champion is Johnny, you'll know.
And we'll know.
He won.
Yes.
If he beats The Undertaker, old 6-year-old.
If Vince McMahon's new son is Johnny.
Wow.
And not, what's his face?
Yeah.
What's his name? Shane. Yeah, we'll know that Johnny struck it rich. Okay. Good luck to you, Johnny. Stacy is calling in. You know, today is, as we talked about now, over the course of this program, Terry, it's a little hump day situation, and relationship problems will be solved throughout the morning. Akeem is still debating as to whether he wants me to call his wife, Terry. He's still on hold thinking about it, believe it or not.
Wow.
Akeem's still there. Doesn't feel for sure yet that he's ready to hand over the number to call his wife, but he hasn't said no officially yet, Terry, and he's still on one of these call lines holding on, thinking about it.
In all fairness, he really should let you call because his mother-in-law calls him, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all fair.
Absolutely.
In the marriage.
Yep. I am the equivalent of at least 60 mother-in-laws.
There you go.
Stacy, you're on the air. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stacy.
Hi. I just have this really weird problem. I have, 2 boyfriends, kind of, but not really. I started talking to this guy named Lee on MySpace, of all things, and I met him, about 5 months ago, but I didn't really start talking to him about, relationship type stuff until...
Why are you talking in this really weird voice? First of all, you say I have this really weird problem. I have 2 boyfriends. Not weird at all. I met this guy on MySpace of all places. Of all places? That's where half the world is meeting each other. Why are you acting like your life is so bizarre where right now nothing seems unusual? Why do you have to give this element of, listen to what's happening to me?
To talk quietly because I was in the office.
Fine, but the words you're using are categorizing your situation as so unbelievable. When so far I've heard anything close to big time here. You got 2 boyfriends, all right, whatever, and you met one of them on MySpace. That's where half the free world is meeting each other.
Oh,
Facebook, MySpace, all these dating websites that are out there, eHarmony, Match, big deal. So just say what your problem is and talk like a normal person.
Okay, fine. I'll talk like a normal person. I'm sorry. I was in an office.
Okay.
But anyways,
Such a working woman, such a professional. I'm sorry. She's in an office.
Right. An office, exactly. So,
Yes, just get to the problem, please, Stacy.
All right. Well, my point is that they both kind of think I'm going to stick with both of them, and they know about each other. It's not like I'm lying to either one of them, but they're both long distance, you know.
Yes.
And let's see. One of them's I'm 26 years old. One of them is 31. The other one is 21. So I kind of feel like the 21-year-old is really attached to me and stuff, and he...
Like a cute little puppy, huh?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and I almost feel obligated to stay with him. I feel like I'm going to break his little heart, but...
Do you have sex with this 21-year-old when you get together, even though you guys are in the long-distance kind of mode, or what?
No, yes, I have had relations with the 21-year-old.
All right, just had some relations with the 21-year-old, all right? And the 31-year-old. Why do you always have to sound so weird? Yeah, okay. And now the 31-year-old.
Why do you think I sound weird?
I don't know, maybe just me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Who do you see more? Do you see the 31-year-old more than the 21-year-old, or what?
Yeah, I'm digging the 31-year-old more than I like the 21-year-old.
No, but who do you see more? Who do you get to physically see more? Because you said they're both long-distance relationships, which you know my stance on that altogether, Terry, but whatever. I'll humor her.
Okay.
Who do you physically get to see more, seeing that they're both kind of at a real distance from you physically?
Physically, I get to see the 21-year-old more.
How often do you get to see him?
Not very
How often do you get?
Couple months.
Every couple of months, that's it?
So why is she stressing?
I'm a sailor.
What's your problem? Get to the question.
I'm sorry?
What's your question? Do you have a question?
Well, I don't know. I'm just being indecisive about it, and I thought maybe I would get your opinion on it.
On what?
On which one I should choose.
Why do you got to choose one?
Yeah, you only see the 21-year-old every so often, every couple of months, right? So...
And trust me, neither one of these guys are going to be devastated if you tell them that it's over. I can tell you that without even knowing them or really you that much. I know enough about you to feel really confident that if you told either one of them that it's over, they're going to be fine with it.
Wow. I guess maybe. I don't know.
You're still wondering why you said you had a relationship problem. That's what I'm looking for this morning. I'm looking to solve people's relationship problems. Do you have a relationship problem or no?
I felt like it was a relationship problem.
Well, then what is it? You feel like you're at the point now where you got to choose? Why? You're not stringing either of these guys along. Right. You're not doing any of these guys a disservice. You would have to...
Maybe I feel I need to choose because I feel guilty. I was kind of raised...
Guilty of
Why would you feel guilty? What do you feel guilty about?
Well...
You were raised...
My mother taught me that I should stick with only one guy.
Well, she didn't teach you too well because you're not with one guy right now.
And that's what she's saying. She's starting to feel the mom...
Well, but she would have never gotten that situation if she truly felt that way. She's in this situation because...
She wants to be, and she's enjoying it, and she's feeling guilty for enjoying it.
I don't see any reason. You see one guy once every 2 months. You see the other guy less than that.
Right. So what's the deal?
So why do you have to make this ultimate decision? Do you just feel like you need some drama in your life? Who will I choose? Tune in next time to my life to find out who I choose.
I'll just TiVo it and never watch it.
Why do you feel like there has to be this dramatic decision? I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to bring some real levity, some realism to your life here.
You don't see this as a legitimate
You're
problem?
not a daytime soap. I'm sorry. You're not leading both of them on. As I said, they both could really care less. I have a very strong feeling if you were to tell them that you chose the other one. They would move on with their life just fine. You're turning this into a much bigger deal than it has to be.
Wow. That whole spiel you just said, I didn't understand it. It was like muffled.
Well, that's pretty much a microcosm of your life. Just muffled, no direction, trying to make more of it than it really is. And really no issues here that I can see, Terry. No relationship problem to solve here that I can decipher.
Right.
She's convinced the 21-year-old will be heartbroken.
The 21-year-old may have a feeling of, wow, that kind of surprised me because she didn't need to be breaking up with me when not really anything at all.
Right.
I kind of like seeing her every once in a while, and she rides me like a bandit on the way out of town, and I love that, but I don't know why she's getting all dramatic about this thing. Why do women have to get so dramatic?
I don't feel like
do women need drama in their life to keep themselves excited, Terry?
The only ones, by the way.
Women just, when there's no excitement in a woman's life, she just has to make it. She has to just create it, Terry. Seriously, here's a woman that obviously must be more or less on the bored side.
Okay.
She sees a couple of guys here and there. That's all this is. I gotta choose, T-Man. Can you help me choose? And which heart should I break? Should I break the 21-year-old's heart or the 31-year-old's?
Because they both know about each other, and neither one has said to you, hey, make a choice, right? So.
Decisions.
Think.
They both deserve me. I know that. They both have been good to me, and yet I have to break one of their hearts.
No, I don't feel like I'm breaking anybody's heart.
Whatever.
My point was just I feel obligated to choose one because that's kind of
just fun.
Well, I'm telling you don't have to feel that obligation, okay?
Don't feel it?
And don't pretend like you were raised so goody two-shoes. We can tell that you weren't. All right? Do what you're doing.
Okay.
Get a little more. If you need a little more excitement, pick up a crossword puzzle. Everything will be fine. All right? Gosh. See, that's the problem here.
What?
The problem here is I say I got relationship problems that I can solve.
Right.
And the people with the real problems, they can't make it through because of crackpots like this. You got your hand raised, Terry?
I do.
Yes.
Because apparently, Hakeem
yes.
is ready to give you his wife's phone number because he just Terry Cam chatted it to me.
Really?
Yes.
He feels so neglected on hold right now that he had to go on Terry Cam to
apparently
give us his decision?
Supposedly, I guess. Yes.
This could be a Terry Cam crackpot just giving us a bogus number.
I know that. And that's what I said. I said, how do I know that?
Hakeem.
Yes.
Are you on Terry Cam right now?
I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, Terry.
Oh, gee. I
got to give Terry Cam Land more credibility.
Yeah. I was just.
You couldn't sit tight for a couple of seconds. You got to jump on Terry Cam to give us the number or what?
No, he just said he was ready.
A lot of guys have tried to give it to Terry, but it doesn't always work.
Wow.
You sure you've never had some hot debris, Terry, rained out?
No. Never been burnt by any fireworks or anything like that.
Yeah, again, there's a communication gap here of some sort.
You've been burnt. You've been burnt.
Oh, jeez.
You never been burnt by the hot acid, Terry?
No. Do you want him to give me the number?
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of forgot Hakeem's whole situation now. It's been so long. Hakeem, hang on. I got a lot of people waiting, Terry. John and his wife have been fighting a lot, Terry. Let me go to John first. Do you mind?
Not at all.
John, you're on the air.
All right.
Good morning to you.
Hello?
John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It was kind of muffled there for a second.
I'm hearing that a lot this morning. Why so muffled?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, where are you right now, John?
I'm in Oakland right now.
Now, what are you doing? Where are you? At home? At work? What are you doing?
No, I was supposed to be working. I got fired 3 days ago, and I've been leaving my house
at the time that I normally leave for work every day, and I've been going to sit by the pier. There's like a little spot in Oakland. I go sit down by.
Feeding the pigeons, trying to
figure out how to tell the wife.
Trying to present a lifestyle to your friends, your neighbors, your wife, perhaps, your girlfriend, that you're still a working man when you haven't found the courage to tell them the truth?
I've been just sitting in the car and figuring out a way to tell them. I've been trying to get my job back, trying to call my manager, but nobody's been answering the phones. And honestly, I've just been sitting there in my car sleeping. That's it.
Very productive.
Wow.
You're a married man?
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
Almost 5 years.
Isn't this why you get married, Terry? Has everyone been married 5 years today?
No.
Isn't this so when you have times like this, when you hit times of crisis, you have a woman, a person in your life, this is why you get married, Terry, that you can have the peace of mind with, that you can tell them anything and you can roll with the punches with them, Terry?
Well, I also live in my mother-in-law's house with her.
Is everyone today married 5 years with mothers-in-laws that are too...
all up in their business?
No, we've only been living in her house for like a year and a half now.
Why?
What are you afraid your wife's reaction is going to be if you tell her you got fired? You're afraid you're going to hear
I'm going to be out.
You're going to be out?
Well, people can't make mistakes.
People can't.
You guys can laugh all you want. I don't.
Not laughing. I'm shocked that you're in a marriage where if you lose your job, which in this day and age, especially the way the economy is at this moment, is very understandable. You're going to tell me your wife bails on you.
I don't know.
Well, if she does, John, well, then this is the best thing that can happen to you. Because she's the type to bail on you over you losing your job, which obviously you're distraught over. The man obviously is broken down over this, Terry. Right. Well, then that's just more dead weight that he could lose from his life. If she truly doesn't stand by you and not only just not... If she doesn't just... she's got to not just stand by him, Terry. She's got to try to uplift him in times like this.
Sure.
He would do the same for her, I would hope.
We would hope,
She lost her job. That's what else is marriage about, Terry?
I know.
For rich or poor, unless you lose your job.
Why did you get fired?
Guy down the street has a job.
Right, they always do.
Why did you get fired?
And I'm about to give him one, too.
Handsome man.
You guys.
Always whistles at me when I jog down the street.
Oh, my gosh.
John, are you serious? You're afraid your wife's going to leave you if you tell her you got fired?
Well, it's because of my temper I got fired.
It's because of your what?
Temper.
My temper.
Oh, your temper. So it's the way you got fired that she's going to be all disgusted at you about?
Yeah.
She's warned you about your temper and not to lose it on the job?
What's that?
Has she, warned you, telling you your temper is a problem, and if you do the things at work that you do at home to me,
right?
They won't tolerate that crap. She's giving you that warning?
Yeah.
So she's going to give you the I told you so if you told her you got fired.
Exactly. We want to hear when I walk. Yeah.
I think you might be selling your wife short. She might, even though you think that this is the case, and even though she did establish that...
well, she's going to be more angry with me because I didn't tell her for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't tell her right away.
Yeah.
Well, the longer you don't tell her, the worse that gets, right, John?
Yeah, no.
Let's call her now and tell her.
Wow.
No time like the president.
It's the best way.
Because if you wait more than a couple of minutes, like Akeem's sitting there, I forget what the hell is what here. Let's call her right now and tell her the situation.
No, this is how I was going to do it today. We're supposed to.
All right, let's make hold on. Let's make it like Terry's your wife.
Oh, good.
All right, Terry's good. Let's do the T-Man Mighty Art Players right now.
Can you just listen to my reasoning and tell you what I'm going to do tonight?
No. I want you to act out what you're going to do with Terry. All right, pretend Terry's your wife. Use Terry as your practice situation. A lot of people use Terry as practice.
Oh, jeez.
Pretend.
Wow.
Come on, I'm just playing that, really.
Okay, honestly, that's not what I want to do. I just wanted to call and tell you this is how I'm going to do it, and if it's a good idea. We're supposed to be going to a Bible study tonight at a Christian church tonight.
Yes.
Which we normally go to church every Sunday, and on Wednesdays I normally go. And I was going to get a couple of the members of the church, the men and women, together. I'm going to tell her and see if this will help with God in the situation.
You're going to use the Almighty, Terry. Right. He's going to use as his wingman here to feel the comfort in telling.
You might want to keep it in house, not let strangers know at the same time as your wife.
She can't really say the things that he may be anticipating she'll say if they're in a house of worship, Terry.
Right. Well,
Hey, I'm sorry about your job, but I'm worried about the Iraqi war right now there, buddy. Got lots of things on my plate.
Hard in church for her to say, you good-for-nothing little bitch.
Oh, no. We don't use words like that here, ma'am.
So you're going to cop out, and it's got to be seen by many as a cop-out for you to tell her in church or in some Bible study class. It shows a little lack of nuts. It shows a little lack of sack for you to tell her at Bible. Well, I'm saying what I want, exactly, and I'm saying what a lot of people will be thinking. If you tell her in Bible study class, it shows a little lack of sack than if you were to tell her in your own home.
It's like when you're a kid and you want a friend to come over, you ask right in front of your parents and put them on the spot like that.
Right,
you know?
and they don't like it.
I know.
But the other thing, too, is, I mean, is church going as you guys sound? You're going to Bible study and everything like that. It seems like your wife would be a little bit more forgiving because that is the
Are you selling your wife short, John? Are you sure you're not building this too much in your head and she actually would rally around you in this situation?
I don't know, man. I'm
saying screw the Bible study idea, because that seems like a cop-out and may get you more trouble in the long run, and your wife will lose a little respect. I think you should use Terry as practice right now. Before the Bible study class, show a little something. Before you head to Bible study, you tell her what needs to be said, and if she bails on you, that is information that you need about this woman. This is a time where this woman should rise up for you and not throw you to the scrap heap. Now, let's practice what you're going to say to your wife on Terry right now. Terry's your wife. Let's hear you say what you got to say.
That's okay. I've heard how these situations usually go.
Hey, I'm offering you practice. You don't want to use our little worksheet here? Then that's fine.
I'm going to let you go and listen to what you say about me on the radio.
We're not going to be talking about you. We're
okay.
Well, you called.
All right.
He asked what your advice and what you would think about it.
Right.
And tell him
and then he gets all upset about it.
Say whatever you want.
He's upset with me.
Yeah. But he called.
I'm trying to help the guy. I'm offering what I think is sound advice, Terry.
Right.
I could hear the little bit of resentment in his voice towards me.
Right. Laugh if you guys want to. Laugh all you want.
But you know what? That's fine. I understand that the man is not in the best spot right now, and he's not thinking as clearly as maybe he would ordinarily, and he'll realize I'm a friend and not an enemy. All right? Mm-hmm. I don't offer up Terry for just about everyone.
That's right.
Or anyone.
Just man up and tell her at home. Don't use the church.
Yeah,
I think you should.
I agree
that
with
was
you.
my reaction. I think I'm offering him good advice, and he's angry at me for that.
Right.
No, I need the Bible to my right and
I think
3 holy men to my left.
Dear Lord, please kill my boss. And then take $1,000 and...
Please let her go light on me.
Right.
She would never have a harsh reaction in Bible study. That's what that reeks of, John.
Definitely.
Did your boss fire your sack when he fired you?
Whoa. Turn that in along with your hard hat, please.
Did you have to turn that in with your hard hat? Oh, I guess we are talking about it, man.
Yeah, we are.
He was right.
Well, he must know us better than we know ourselves. I can't help it, Terry.
But
he set this up.
He did. He should have told her the day that he got fired and not, pretended like it was some big farce.
It's too late for that.
I understand.
It's too late to play Monday morning quarterback.
Right.
We're looking from now to this moment forward, and every minute he wastes makes the problem
worse.
Exacerbated, Terry.
Right.
And the man needs not to tell her in Bible study. He needs to tell her before Bible study, and if she walks out on him, so be it.
Right.
Walk in the house with 5 applications. That won't hurt either.
Yeah.
No, they can eat the 5 applications to prove to your wife that, don't worry, stand by me. I'll be back on my feet in no time. No, show her you're a schlub. Show her you're schlub. Always expose your schlub side. Let's see how they respond to you seeing you in your downest moment. The people you love are supposed to be there for you in your downest moments.
That's true.
And if they're not, then let them throw you to the scrap heap. You're better off. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call.
All right, walk in with the 5th of tequila and punt the dog.
Mm-hmm. That's your downest moment.
I hate you and your mom.
1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words with more relationship issues to solve right before your very eyes. On the radio.
There you go. And on Terry.
Did we solve that or no?
Oh, yeah, it is before your very eyes.
It is.
Yeah, I guess sitting right before your very eyes is not a misrepresentation of the situation because we are live and in color on Terry Cab.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to call Akeem's wife or what?
I don't know, Terry. Akeem had the shot. I offered about 3 times when he was on the line. He didn't take my offering.
I know.
So now he's got a twist a little bit. 1-866-663-8626. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Skin, and more skin. Just when you thought you'd seen all the nudie pictures of Audrina Patridge there were, looky at what just happened to pop up all over the internet this week.
I can't believe you can see that all the way from there.
Set of snapshots of Audrina in various stages of undress.
Yeah, well, the first launching of naked Audrina pictures came out recently. Now there are some new ones they're saying. And I don't know, I think she's kind of a pile, Terry, but she's getting a lot of mileage out of all these pictures of her in the naked state that she's in. And it's kind of taken her career to yet another level. A new stratosphere for Audrina. She's getting a lot of play, a lot of hits on the internet, a lot of interest from dudes out there because of these pictures. But I'm hearing that she's the one who made these pictures happen herself. And she's like, I can't believe someone put these pictures of me up there. These are private, blah, blah, blah.
And someone's going to put these ones I have in my pocket up too, and then these ones, and what about these ones?
Yeah, I can't believe that someone's going to put these ones that I'm going to release tomorrow up there on the internet.
Right. That's so rude.
She's a pile.
I said not that one.
She's getting a lot of popularity because of these pictures, and I think people just need to settle down and not give her exactly what she's had strategized from this situation from the word go.
Look, she has a right to be famous for doing nothing too, okay?
There's too many people out there who are living large off a life of doing nothing.
I'm just jealous.
That is so what's in right now. Think about it. Paris Hilton is the classic case.
Yep.
All right. Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
Is at WrestleMania. Why?
Right.
What has she done?
She's vice president of the Do Nothing Club.
Even Nicole Richie, who at least has a father who established, not that the Hilton's family has done nothing, but what has she done? Nothing. You want to make it big as a female in this world, and especially in the overall entertainment world, well, you better be able to do nothing well.
How about Lauren? LC.
Yes. Conrad, Terry, nothing. Now Audrina wants her time, and it's going to seem like it's going to work out here.
I'm not feeling her.
I'm not feeling her either. I say she's a pile.
Something about her face. I'm just not doing it. It's just weird.
I can get that face anywhere, Terry.
Wow.
Her body's pretty nice, though.
Body's all right, but I can get that body anywhere.
I think I can make it happen with her, too. She's pretty dumb. Maybe not.
I can make it happen with dumb girls anywhere.
Okay, let's do it.
Maybe that's not true.
I'm ready.
Anyway, even the dumb girls say no. All right. So we'll see what happens. There's some new photos of Audrina out there, apparently over the past 24 to 36 hours. So go enjoy. I'm not putting them up on the TManShow.com because there's too much up there right now anyway. I got the WrestleMania footage up there of people getting, assaulted by missiles.
Assaulted by missiles.
Trying to watch Floyd Mayweather and the Big Show do their thing. It was really, I think, in the Undertaker match where it all happened, right at the end of the night.
All right.
Because there's a lot of pyro every time the Undertaker comes out.
Okay.
And there's also the picture that we put up there earlier of Jamie Lynn Spears.
Ah, yes.
With her engagement ring on because she's so engaged at age 16, Terry. Such the marrying type at age 16.
Right.
And that picture's up there on the TManShow.com. She's looking very happy with where her life is right now, as you can see on her facial expressions that is the case. So go check that out at the TManShow.com. But as far as Audrina's naked pics, those are so easy to find because she's released them worldwide. How did this happen? 186. Does Akeem really want us to call his wife? Is that the deal, Pasty? Have you confirmed that, Pastela?
Yes, I have.
He wants us to call his wife now.
Yes.
Why did he say that when I first offered it? Why was he sitting back?
It takes a minute, for him to really kind of think about it, and then you did put him back on hold.
All right, I guess.
Then we got sidetracked, and he was still on hold.
Don't people realize that that's how into solving their problems I am? Well, that I'm willing to go that extra mile?
Right.
Let's call her out!
Let's do it.
That's always my answer. Why not go right to the source?
You like to do stuff now. Don't wait till tomorrow or later. Just get it handled.
Either go right to the source or right to the source, Terry. Whatever the situation is.
Right.
1-8. Well, Akeem's got to wait for us to have more time now. If he's really, truly committed to this now, he's got to wait till the 9 o'clock hour. I have other people waiting. I got a lot of things to do. Layla's husband is talking to some hoochie on MySpace, and she's had enough of it, Terry. I got Kimberly, who has, what else what other problems need to be solved here? John, yeah, he can wait. I got a big run. Oh, yeah, Peter's girlfriend. He's been going with her 8 years.
Right.
Officially psycho in his mind.
Wow. 8 years, officially psycho.
But Layla is on the line right now. Are you there, Layla?
Yes, I am.
How are you, love?
Yeah, well, kind of crappy now that I found out my husband is potentially cheating on me.
All right. Well, tell us the details of this circumstance between you and your husband, and we'll verify for sure as to whether he is officially cheating on you or not. Because I don't buy into the psychological, what do you call it, the emotional cheating bull crap. Terry believes in this emotional cheating bull crap that you know if you've listened to this program for half a minute that I do not buy. So go ahead. I'll tell you if he's truly cheating on you.
Okay. So there's this girl on MySpace that I guess he's been talking to for a while, and she left him a comment and was like, oh, like, you know what would look good on top of me? You would look good on top of me. So I asked him about it, and he was like, oh, I don't know. She was just my friend, blah, blah, blah.
She's just my friend.
So I messaged her and was like, okay, that's my husband. Don't talk to him anymore. So she was like, well, these are the messages he's been sending me. So she sent me all the messages, and she's like, and so you're apparently not doing something right because he's talking to me. And I was like, ooh, you weot.
Now, the messages she sent to you, what were some of the things your husband has written her, making it seem like...
He was telling her that, like the kind of area we live in.
Where do you live?
Then,
Where do you live?
I live in Pittsburgh.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. And then he was telling her he has 3 cars. Mind you, he doesn't even have one.
Mind you.
He's telling her that he worked at this big corporate office. Mind you, he doesn't have a job.
Mind you.
I love that.
So he doesn't have a job or a car.
I don't know. He would just message her all this stuff, and then so she was like, oh, well, let's meet up, blah, blah, we'll drink, we'll smoke, we'll have fun. And he was like, okay, where do you want to meet at? Yeah. And he gave her my cell phone number.
Oh, geez. Well, then obviously he wasn't trying to cover his tracks too much if he's given, that's the only available number he's got to be communicated with.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a car.
Well, if he doesn't have a job or a car, he's got to pass the time during the day somehow, Terry.
So let's get on MySpace.
He's going to wind up on MySpace. Maybe he's just like, sometimes guys just like go through the motions of talking on MySpace just to see if they can get the girl hooked. All right, sometimes you know how fishermen hook the fish, reel it in, and then throw it back?
Catch and release.
I don't think he would throw it back.
I'm going to release.
I don't think so either.
You don't know that for sure. This alone does not make him a cheating spouse. All right? I could easily paint a scenario for you where a guy's got way too much time on his hands. He gets bored. You work during the day?
Yes.
All right, you work during the day. He's got no one to talk to. He winds up on MySpace. He winds up, like, playing a part that's not truly him. I'm not saying this is the case or this is what I truly believe. I'm just presenting a scenario that I want you to consider.
I like it. Do you want to be my divorce lawyer?
I'm not.
You're making a lot of sense to me right now.
I am not saying that this is what I truly feel is her husband's mindset, but I could definitely present an argument whereby he's lonely when she goes to work every day. He'd like to get a job, but nothing's coming around right now. Winds up on MySpace, starts playing a part of being a guy who is this, that, or the other thing, just to see if he could get her to meet him somewhere.
It's a thrill of the hunt, right?
Thrill of the hunt!
Yeah, but perfect situation.
We're wedded because, like, every time I come home, he's like, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are you going?
Right,
where is he going?
Forget all this stuff that he's doing on MySpace and the things that you saw him writing, because it may be not really what's truly in his heart. But forget about his heart, forget about what he's written, forget all that. I want you to focus on one thing, not his heart, but your gut.
No, I don't want to look at that.
Does your gut tell you that you have a cheating husband, yes or no?
No.
Well, then you don't have a cheating husband.
Gosh.
Okay.
Because if your gut told you had a cheating husband, then your gut is 99% of the time right. Now, are you sure your gut is, and you and your gut are not lying and not just misleading your brain?
I hope my gut's not misleading my brain.
Your gut is.
I think
sorry.
Well, how do you know, Terry? How do you know?
I'm thinking other way.
A woman.
Well, first
and her
of all,
gut
if
are pretty in tune.
her gut feeling really told her that he's not cheating, why is she calling?
Because she had the.
Because my heart tells me he's cheating. My gut thinks a lot of things. My gut thinks I'm hungry right now. But I don't think I am.
But that's
my
the
gut
thing.
misleads me all the time.
But that's the thing. She's having doubts. So
Terry, no.
Any kind of doubt.
You asked me why is she calling. She's calling because she was blown away by some of the things she saw him write this woman on MySpace. So that's why, even though her gut tells her she's not with a cheating husband, she had to call nonetheless because of the evidence that couldn't be denied. I'm giving her now an explanation for that evidence. I'm now giving her a rationalization for that evidence that she couldn't make heads or tails out of because her gut is telling her her man's not cheating on her. If your gut still tells you that he's not a cheater, then trust your instincts.
Okay. Oh, geez.
You better be sure about your gut, though.
I don't
have a Snickers.
Don't be on my leg and tell me it's raining, okay?
Wow.
The T-Man has solved yet another problem, I think. 1-866-663-T-Man on a relationship on Wednesday. Oh, a little hump day action. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that the person who sings this song's life, as it's played out before our very eyes, couldn't be further from the truth of this particular song that she's spouting off about?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have another you in a minute, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, over almost upwards of a decade has transpired of her pretty much being led around by the nose, running after Jay-Z, Terry. Well, when here's a woman who could basically have any guy she wants in the world. She's kind of got herself in deep, it's a point of no return, infatuated, overwhelmingly in love with a guy who is calling the shots. And now, if you're hearing the reports this morning, finally throwing her the marriage bone. Oh, yeah, after all this time, he's decided, yes, I will marry you. It's called the shots from day one up till now.
Mm-hmm.
Well played. By Jay-Z, Terry. And I just listened to that song and I think of the irony there.
Meow.
I can have another you in a minute, blah, blah, blah. Big bluffer. Anyway, do you want me to call Akeem's wife, Terry? Because I'm going to need a refresher course on what the hell Akeem even called about over an hour ago now, Terry, because I can't remember a damn thing about it. To the people in the chat room, the Terry Cam chat room people, they're there all morning. They may remember his call more than anyone. Do they want me to call Akeem's wife or no?
Yes, they do.
They do? How do you know? You haven't even asked him yet. Ask him.
Because
Take a little Terry Cam lightning poll.
Gay's distracting everybody with his salty attitude.
T-Man, yes. Call.
Gay's distracting everyone with his typically salty morning attitude?
Maybe I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I could read that.
Yeah. He's just...
You read him right this morning, the old gay standby line of, I just don't care anymore?
Maybe I just don't give a blank anymore.
What's his problem today?
Who knows? He has a
I'll
problem
tell you what
day.
it is. He's mad because when we're on break, all the cams that are there, you can hear the people play music, right? So Gay thinks that it is his right that he's the only one who can play his music. Well, one of the chatters, Slimeball, asked me if he could play music. And I'm like, sure, why not? No big deal. And then Gay was sending me an F you and I'm done and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, geez, it's not that big of a deal.
Why does every tiny little minuscule baby-ish problem seem like it's Armageddon in the Terry Gam chat room?
I don't know. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, and I just...
All right, let me go to Peter, who's been waiting a while, whose girlfriend has turned outright psycho. Can I talk to him for a second before I go any further?
But they do want you to call.
Peter, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's the deal, Peter? Let me help you, man.
Well, I gotta say this, man. Long-distance relationships is a recipe for disaster.
Say again?
Say that right now. Long-distance relationships is just a flat-out recipe for disaster.
Well, yeah, they're not just a disaster. They're just a facade. They're just a mirage. They are a non-relationship situation for people that just are uncomfortable telling people that they're single. So if you're in a long-distance relationship, don't worry about what's happened to you, because unless, of course, there's a military kind of element to the equation, anything short of that, Terry.
Right.
Don't give me this long-distance relationship crap. I've told you that too many times now.
Right.
So, Peter, if that's what you're calling about, well, then we can go to calling Akeem's wife, because we already solved the problem, because it was never a problem to begin with, because it was never a relationship.
Oh, no, I do have a problem.
All right, 30 seconds. Tell me real quick. Give me the highlights.
In a long-distance relationship for 4 years. Was in a long-distance relationship for 4 years. She came to visit me, got pregnant. She moved in with me, and I've been with her for about 3 years now. And as soon as she moved in with me, I found out that...
How quickly a long-distance relationship turns close distance when you get her all good and knocked up, Terry. That'll change things real quick. All right, so now that you slip one past the goalie, she's turned psycho on you. Is that it?
Yeah, she moved in, and I just found out that she just unloaded this big truckload of issues on me, and it's just not easy to deal with at all. I wasn't prepared.
Well, you should have thought of that before you had the condom break, right, Peter?
No, I was using the pull-out method.
You were using the pull-out method, which requires you to pull out. You remember that part of it, right?
I always forget that. I hate that part.
Yeah, that's one of the key instructions in the pull-out method.
The difficult thing about it,
let me get the manual. Hold on.
The difficult thing about it is that I feel like kind of stuck, because as crazy as she is, I have a 2-year-old son with her. And if I cut things off with her, she's going to take my son all the way to Mississippi.
All right, so where are you now?
I'm in San Francisco.
You've been living together for over 2 or 3 years now, obviously, right?
Right.
So why, all of a sudden, are you making it seem like, oh, she came out to visit, I got her pregnant, and I realized she's a psycho? No, you've been living together for a number of years.
Right, we've been living together for almost 3 years now, and my son is part of the reason why I've been trying to make things work.
All right, so if I
got to give it to her. She does try. She tries a lot.
Oh, there you go.
She's just got 21 years of embedded issues.
Is she 21 years old?
You're right. Excuse me?
She's 21 years old?
No, she's living with her dad for 21 years before she moved in with me.
Oh.
And that was where her...
So she's what, about 24, 25, something like that?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. All right, so if I can wave the T-Man magic wand and make the ultimate fantasy of yours come true, what would that be?
Front row at WrestleMania.
Oh, dear.
Whoa.
Yes.
I would say her, if we split, she would get a place out here.
So you would like her to move out, and are you willing to have partial custody? If that means, is that the perfect scenario? What's the perfect? You want full custody? What's the perfect ideal scenario?
Full custody of my son.
You would like her to move out, you guys to remain friends, or at least a working kind of relationship as it pertains to your son, but nothing really more than that, and you would like to have a full custody situation with your son. That's the ideal.
Right.
And you would like to be a single man again.
That would, yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
But as it stands, she thinks you guys are in a relationship.
Right.
She believes that you and her are boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're saying that if you could wave the magic wand, she would be not only out of the house, but you would be single.
I should have pulled the magic wand out.
Right.
Talk about a woman who doesn't know where she stands, Terry, or just is unwilling to see the realities of her world. Here's a man who, if he could have his wish, if the genie could come out of the bottle, she would be out of the joint, and she would be on her own, and he would be single, and she sees it as, oh, we're a couple.
I know.
Hey, man, my question for you, though, is because love is not the issue. I do love her. She has her own issues, and it's just like those certain issues are making it difficult for me to even want to be in a relationship with her. But the question that I have for you is, how long do I allow her to continue to progress and then regress, progress and regress? Where do I draw the line and say, you know what, it's too much?
Well, how much is it beating you down mentally? Are you ready to, are you talking about you just can't take it anymore, you're at the end of your rope, or we're working this through kind of situation? Where do you stand? What's your status?
Well, you know, the situation is, and this might be common, but
you know, when she's working on things and she seems to be getting better, things are great.
Well, you're almost talking about a woman that sounds bipolar. Have you taken her for any kind of medical evaluation? Have you taken her for any kind of therapy? Have you thought about, are you willing? Because a lot of guys aren't willing. I don't think I'd ever be willing for therapy. Are you a kind of guy who's willing to sit down with a therapist with her and try to work out your problems, or that's not you?
To be honest, I have no idea on how to even approach that situation with her. Like, how do you go to somebody and say, I think you're bipolar?
Well, you tell her, I think you're nuts, and I want to get you some help.
No, you don't.
You're clearly a clinical case of some kind of medical...
You don't need to be that brash. You just, you sit down and you do talk about it and you say, maybe we need to, get some help and figure us out.
Of course, that costs. You have some disposable cash to spend on, not that this is necessarily disposable money that's... unnecessary. This would be a kind of necessary, if she's got a real medical situation, it would be a necessary cause, but it still requires cash nonetheless. Do you have the money that it takes to go and get her checked out and follow up with perhaps therapy and or medication and stuff like that, or no?
No, I don't have the means.
Well, then you got a problem. That requires means. I mean, for people to be healthy in this world, to eat healthy, just to be healthy, it requires a certain pile of cash, Terry.
That's right. Well, that's why the dollar menu's $1. Not the best in the world for you, but hey, can afford it.
So you're saying that is absolutely clearly not an option because you don't have the money for it, or you think you might?
I would love for it to be an option. Do you guys know of any programs like? Well,
there are always reasonable programs. There's
and sometimes
state help for everything.
There
is.
Yeah.
If she's clinically ill and you truly believe, now you could just be the boyfriend who's like, I'm so sick of her.
Doesn't sound like it though.
But you're almost describing our kind of instinct here is that she may be clinically dealing with some issue here.
Right.
And you may want to look into some kind of cheaper to not outright free evaluation that she might be able to get.
All
right?
And your employer may have some kind of program, too. Because a lot of employers are doing that as well.
You have any kind of health benefits whatsoever or no?
I don't. She does.
She does.
Then maybe
All right, well, one of the two of you does, so that's good enough. There's got to be something there that you could at least investigate as far as... But it will also require you telling her what you're thinking. And you're thinking that she may be kind of losing it.
If you think you're nuts, check this box.
You think you're nuts.
Yeah, that's.
But it is. But you can talk to her because it's the health of your relationship and your family, your child. All of that plays into this.
You tell her that if you don't get help, then I'm going to lose it. And then he goes and gets her checked out, and the doctor says, "No, she's perfectly fine."
Oh, geez.
Now what?
Worst thing about it, though, is that she doesn't think that there's anything wrong with her.
Well, you have to be the one who, in being the one who cares about her and you say you love her, tries over time. It may not happen overnight, but over the course of a few months, explain to her that that is not the reality. And it's putting a strain on your relationship, and it's going to, over time, put a strain on the relationship with her own child. And you are just doing this out of love, and you want to try to get her help that you can reasonably get for her. All right?
Is he 100% sure he wants to stay with her if there is something wrong there?
He loves her.
He wants to be single.
If there's something wrong with her and you determine that, and she's able to work it through and get medicine that kind of balances her out a little bit, do you then want to stay with an improved product of this woman of yours, or do you want to be single?
No, I would love to stay with her if she improves. But
are you sure?
I don't know.
With my experiences with her is that she improves and then she regresses.
Well, that's because she hasn't gotten any treatment yet. If she were to be evaluated and they've actually determined what the problem is, there are a lot of new, sophisticated medications over the past couple of years or decades that can be put in play here that may balance her out a little bit. A lot of people have issues that go untreated. All right?
Okay.
All right. Now, Tom Cruise would certainly hate this entire segment.
Right, he would.
But... because he doesn't believe in any mind-altering medications.
No, when you're perfect, you don't need them.
But he is not a listener last time I checked, Terry.
Right.
Although if he was in the area, I bet you he would be.
Probably so.
He's got some issues.
And then he'd give you some weird maniacal laugh.
Of his own, yes.
We can make a montage.
A cave!
Yeah.
I got your wife's number here.
Oh, goody.
You want me to call her?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let's call your wife. I kept trying to remember what the problem is after I dial, Terry. I think I have a recollection. What was it again, Terry?
She keeps calling mom.
Oh, that's right.
Sexual problems.
Yeah, okay, I got it. His wife, he says, she referred to as BJ.
Oh.
We're off to a good start with a wife named BJ. Is this BJ?
Yes, this is.
Hi, my name is the T-Man. I do a little nickel and dime hillbilly radio show on a daily basis that your husband apparently listens to, and he's called into the show to tell us a little bit about yours and his strain in your relationship over the past little while. Now, you're on the radio, but you have the right to decline being talked to live and in person as it stands at this time. Would you like to be on the show, or would you like to decline the offer to be on this program at this time, BJ?
I don't mind being on the show.
You don't mind being on the show. So is that a yes, I'm okay with this, Mr. T-Man, sir?
I am okay with this.
Okay. Now, in the time that Akeem first called to now, maybe his wife has been briefed on this. I don't know. She doesn't sound like the most shocked individual in the world that we've called her, which also makes it so I didn't want to wait all this time to first start calling her now, Terry. Do you understand?
Yes.
I gave Akeem the option to call her. I would have straightened everything out, but now she may be prepared for this, and that changes everything. But we'll proceed. BJ,
just a little confused.
BJ, say hello to your husband, who is also on the line.
Hello.
Your husband has, in graphic detail, BJ, your husband has explained to us a scenario that has absolutely got him so disgusted that he doesn't know any place to turn but his last resort, ditch effort of hope, which is us. And the problem, which I'm sure you're already aware of, is that you are too often sharing intricate details of yours and his personal life with your mom. Now you're saying, hey, I have a right to tell my mom anything I want because she's my mom. Well, to a point. To a point, BJ. But it's gotten so beyond that point now that you have to realize that it must stop, or heaven knows what's going to happen to your happy marriage from this point further.
I really don't know. I don't tell my mom that much, I don't think.
Well, whatever that much in your mind is defined as, in your husband's mind, it's too much.
Right.
Now, are you going to try to make it like this is not an issue, or are you going to recognize that your husband called us in a time of despair and take him seriously for once in your life?
Well, I guess I should take it seriously.
Well, I think you should, too, because I don't know if you see the handwriting on the wall. I'll tell you why I'm yelling, Terry, because too often BJ's been told this by her own husband, and she doesn't take it seriously. So I got to tell her the gravity of the situation. Too often your husband has told you these exact same words, but you didn't take them seriously. Well, now I'm going to tell you that you're at a cornerstone point in your marriage. I talked to Akeem earlier this morning for an extensive period of time, and I can tell you right now that he's at a cornerstone point in his marriage with you, in his life altogether. And if you don't make some major concessions on what you're going to tell your mother from this point further, Akeem is at the end of his rope as far as you exposing private details of your marriage to her. Are you going to seriously make changes, or are you not?
Man, I don't make changes, but T-Man, did he tell you that he tells my mother intimate details about our relationship?
He only tells your mother intimate details of your relationship because she puts him on the spot and he's trying to be cordial to her. But he will be cordial to her no longer because I've instructed to him not to be cordial to her any longer. So keep your mom out of your personal relationship with your husband. You can tell your mom a lot of things, but intimate details about your sex life or your unsatisfaction with your sex life as it pertains to Akeem is off limits as far as you sharing that with your mother. If you want to share with a therapist, that's another issue. Terry Free is raising her hand. Is this sounding unfair to you, BJ?
I just feel like I should be able to talk to... I mean, it's not like I tell everybody. I'm not...
I'm aware you're not telling everybody, and I'm aware that you're showing some restraint and not telling your big yenta busybody friends.
Wow.
Because a lot of women do that too, and that's wrong. That's even worse, because then you can't go to the grocery store and feel like people aren't snickering at you.
I know.
So you should be given credit for keeping it somewhat in-house, but not enough in-house. And your husband is trying to do everything he can to keep himself sane here because he loves you.
Really?
Yes, because he loves you, BJ. He's concerned about where things have been heading over the past number of months and or the past year. And he's trying to do anything he can to rectify the situation because it all stems from love with you, BJ. The man loves you and wants to work this out. But you're not taking him seriously enough. You're not taking him seriously enough, BJ.
My hands up again.
He's got a big mouth, too. He tells more about this than I do.
Hey, BJ, can I ask a quick question, though?
Only because he's at the end of his rope, BJ. You started this.
You're yelling.
Yes, Tari, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
I have a quick question for you, BJ. Why didn't you take your son to see his mom? Why did you not take your guys' son when you went to see your mom? Why didn't you go?
Yeah, that's the other issue. Why don't you show any respect for BJ's mom?
My question.
No, for Hakeem's mom.
Hakeem's mom.
Yeah, why didn't you show any respect for Hakeem's mom and not take your son to see her when he so often sees your mom?
I've been trying to get in touch with his mom since I got here.
How hard have you been trying?
I've called her. Her phone is not working. I called her husband, who is my cousin, and I left a message. He didn't call me back.
Hakeem? Hakeem, is that true?
No, she didn't call my mom. She called her husband.
I did call your mom. Her phone is not working. That's what I told you.
Yeah, I don't know. I called my mom. My mom said she didn't get a call.
But did you ask her husband?
Yes, I asked her husband. He said he got a call.
Well, then, maybe he didn't communicate to his wife, your mom, that she called. So that's not necessarily her fault.
Okay, that could be worked over.
Right.
That was an oversight that was wrong in and of itself, but you will take care of that. But the major issue, and I want a yes or no out of you, once and for all here, now that you are aware that this is a situation that bothers your husband, Hakeem, I will ask you for a yes or no response. Now that you are clear on the fact that you telling your mother intimate details about your inner workings of your marriage, are you going to continue to do it? Yes or no? If you have any future sexual kind of frustrations with your husband, if you have any other kind of real, true, intimate kind of situations with your husband, are you going to share it with your mom now knowing that he has a problem with that? Yes or no?
I will promise not to share intimate details with my mother if he promises not to share intimate details with his mother.
Well, that, I guess, is
fair.
That's reasonable. She has put on the record that she's going to change her ways. Hakeem, if you're willing to not tell, and I didn't even know this was part of the situation,
right.
if you wouldn't whine about her to your mom.
I don't.
He doesn't.
She doesn't have that in there, but tell her to stop waking me up, too. You know what I'm saying? I have to work.
Yeah, don't wake him up for sex. The man is working all kinds of hours, and he needs to get his rest to rejuvenate himself for the next workday. If he's sleeping, if he's sleeping, that's the equivalent of the no sex sign being up.
He's always asleep.
He's always asleep?
He goes to sleep at like 9:30.
Hakeem, this woman apparently, like just about every good, healthy woman, has her sexual needs.
Right.
Are you going to be willing to make an effort to take care on some level of those sexual needs as much as a husband after 5 years of marriage should reasonably be doing? Yes or no?
Yes,
which means twice a month.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Wake up, I'll do it. But put it right in there.
All right, so there's the middle ground. You won't wake him up anymore, and he promises to, on reasonable occasions, when he looks like you're walking around all horned up, he's going to take care of your sexual needs. Is that satisfactory?
Yes.
Okay, he loves you, he cares about you, and this is part of a healthy marriage, working through your differences, all right?
Yes.
Now tell each other that you love each other.
I love you.
And you promise never to cheat on him again.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Tell her you love her.
I love you too. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Problem solved.
Yay!
All right. See how
Don't you
easy
feel
that
good?
was? Yes.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take care, my lovely couple.
My happy
Take
couple.
care. My
You're
happy
happy.
couple. You
Yeah.
guys a happy couple now, or what? You?
Yes.
Are you happy, BJ, or are you going to go whining to your mom as soon as you hang up the phone with me?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to call his mom and see if she wants to see his son.
Oh, you see that? You see that, Akeem? There's already progress being made. You believe that happened so quickly? Wonderful.
That's great.
I'm tearing up.
Yes. Take care, guys.
What a great day.
And as soon as I hang up with her, I'm going to call my mom and say, you're never going to guess what that dick just did to me. He puts me on the spot on that T-Man show. Well, let me tell you, you got to leave his ass. I warned you the day of the wedding. No, I'm going to hope that now that the cards are laid on the table. Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes, Terry.
Right.
Sometimes it's just inability to communicate and put all the cards on the table.
Yep.
That's where the T-Man comes in. I'll shuffle the deck. I'll deal them out. And look what we just got dealt there, Terry. A royal flush.
Speaking of that, once you hit the break, I got to use the restroom.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
The T-Man Show.
You've been waiting for what now? Oh, you pray for what now? Yeah, I mean,
Yes, I pray that
it's a lot of praying. A Nusan.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Is that your name, Nusan? It's like Nissan, but with a U?
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I was calling in about the man that was scared to...
Yes.
I forgot his name. I've been on hold for a long
You've
time.
been on hold for a while. I see that. And I apologize to you, and I admire your patience.
But, no, he doesn't need to tell
What do you got going on today?
everybody. The man that
What are you wearing?
tell his wife that he lost his job and what she might do and everything like that.
What are you wearing?
But he doesn't need to call.
What are you wearing?
Huh?
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Just like I'm in my work clothes. I'm at work.
What do you do?
I take care of mentally ill patients.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that make you a little crazy over the long haul, or no?
No, because I take breaks and I have.
Oh, you get breaks. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
So you
vacations and
do you have to
stuff.
wear scrubs, or what do you wear?
No, well, I wear scrubs or I wear sweatpants with a top or something like that.
What's the name of your facility?
Libby's Care Home.
Libby's?
Yeah.
Who's Libby?
Libby is the owner
Wow.
of the care home.
How many? It's like old people, or just?
No, some of them are in age, and then there's younger ones too.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's mentally ill people, all shapes and sizes and ages and creeds and all that stuff?
Yeah.
And the one is there any that you're really afraid of, or no?
No.
No, because you're a good working professional.
Yeah, they're all medicated and
they're all medicated.
But I'm just saying
that loves their job.
They function very as normal as they can. So they're all in good shape.
You ever put the show on for any of them? Make them really nuts?
No.
No?
No.
So you're working at the mental facility right now, and you've been on hold for over an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you wearing?
all I'm doing is washing clothes and cleaning
Oh, really?
up stuff
Mm-hmm.
and doing some paperwork.
Some paperwork.
Yeah, and I listen to y'all.
That's hot.
Everything.
What city's that in?
Pleasanton.
I bet.
Hard to have a bad day there.
Yeah. So what are you wearing?
I already told you.
Tell me again.
T-Man, you're tripping.
I know.
Usually, but can I talk about what's on what's on my mind about this situation?
What are you wearing?
I told you what I'm wearing.
Tell me again.
I'm wearing scrubs.
You got scrubs on right now?
Yeah. Does that make you hot? Or,
What do you got under your scrubs?
what are you supposed to wear under your scrubs?
You go scrubs right to panties, or no? You got some, like, jeans or something under there or what?
No.
Sweats? What do you got? You go, seriously, do you go, I don't know, I've never worn scrubs in my life. You go scrubs right to panties or no?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You got your panties right under your scrubs? You little naughty bad girl, you.
Those
Really?
are optional. I think those are optional, the underwear.
So you got what do you got under your scrubs?
I mean, I got my underwear on.
Really? What color?
Regular? Like
regular. I love that color. It's always been my favorite color.
We actually painted a room that color.
Basic white? I don't know.
Basic white.
Not anymore.
Wow.
Funny every time. Sorry.
Wow. Every single time. Nusan.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure talking to you and seeing what you do. Who knows? It may be a matter of days before I actually meet you in person. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, my love.
Okay, you too.
All right. There she goes. She's Nusan, Tari.
Yes, she is.
Takes care of the mentally ill.
It's along with them fine when they're medicated.
Yes.
Seeing somebody mumble to themselves in their bathrobe, not good.
You look a little off today. Let me give you 7 pills.
Right.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the collar.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Terry?
Yes.
It's been a fascinating day, don't you know?
It has.
And being that it's a Wednesday,
oh boy,
that means that what now?
We are officially closer to the weekend ahead of us than the weekend behind us.
That's right.
Woo-hoo! Yes.
Except for people that work a normal work day, in which case you have to wait till about 1:01, I guess, in the afternoon for that to happen. But
I hate that part.
For our situation, seeing that we only work till 10 a.m. and, look at the time, we are officially closer to the weekend ahead. How's that going good?
Closer to the weekend in front of us than the one behind us.
Got it! All right.